Hopping Bob can't get right.
Beats Planet.
Turn me up, you heard? Still sad about Chad, but we got work to do, you know? Blue flame. I've been to that club, you dig? You dig? All right. What's up, y'all? It's Voch, the Lombardi. Woke up early as hell this morning. I was going to go live last night. Who up in here? Brother Rue Glock up in here joining my fantasy football league twice. Blue Silver, Iceberg. Aisha just got out of class. Joe say it's 420 somewhere. She'll up in here. What's happening? There was some Cowboy news that kind of transpired yesterday. Didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday, but I'm going to talk about it today because I just feel like talking about it today. So I got a new job too, though. Got a new little gig, a new little situation. I kind of wanted to run by y'all. Wanted to talk about ET. I wanted to not play Crossroads because I don't know how YouTube gonna feel about me. I ain't got my setup to play Crossroads. I got a whole different. This ain't even my. I still got this Yeti plugged up that they sent me for this this job thing I'm gonna tell y'all about in a minute. We'll get into that, but I'm not set up properly to play Crossroads. We could probably take some calls. Maybe let me find my call button. Let me mute myself. We'll we'll take some calls or whatever. Hear from y'all or whatnot. But Coop and his little injury, I kind of gotta make fun of y'all for a little bit. Hilarious Clinton-Dix can't play Crossroads for him, but I do hate, man. My voice lower than normal. My bad. Let me hit this. Is my voice better? There we go. Is my voice a little better? I know it's a little better because I can hear me a little better right now. Yeah. Because I'm using. I'll tell you about it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about him a little bit, and hell, man, I'm about to open up the phone just so we can kind of talk to y'all and see whatever y'all want to talk about, cause I want to hear what y'all got to talk about. So with that being said, this new job I got, I can't really tell y'all about it, but I just want to kind of tell y'all like the idea of it. I'm gonna be talking football for a network. I can't necessarily say what network, kind of, sort of. Yes, can't say what network in particular. They just recently followed me on Twitter, so I guess y'all can y'all can investigate and do whatever y'all want to with that. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a football talk situation show. It's gonna be me and some cat that's been moderating for years, and a cat that's been writing for SB Nation or whatever. And I'm just little old Voch that's coming in YouTubing, but I kind of set it on fire in the audition process, I believe. Yeah, I got the goofy little job and they're gonna be paying me for it, so it's gonna be that's a good little deal. But what was so important to me though, what was so important in that situation was how I handled it. What with the bravery in which I handled it. You know what I mean? And I talked to all of my YouTube compadres about this, right? All my YouTube cohorts. I'm just moving that phone around. To all my YouTube cohorts or whatever, I tell them all the time. I say, listen. They contacted you first. Jerry Jones ain't never lied when he said whoever pick up the phone first loses the money. They lose the leverage, whoever pick up the phone first. That's real. That is real talk. So when they hit me first, I was like, yo, look, I'd love to do it. I'm getting paid, right? Oh, I'm getting paid. Oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I'm not gonna compromise my YouTube in any kind of way. And I wanted to make that clear. I was in talks with another situation too. I was like, yo, man, I don't want to compromise my YouTube at all. And they was like, well, Voch, we kind of wanted you to bring that YouTube audience to us. We kind of wanted you to not stream on YouTube, but to stream on our platform. Not going to be able to do it. Not going to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? It was another little situation. They wanted me to live stream like the like game day watch-alongs and shit like that. They wanted me to do that for like Cowboys games on their channel. And I was like, hey man, I kind of don't want to take traffic away from my YouTube channel. I kind of don't feel like doing watch-alongs. I don't even do watch-alongs on my own channel, so I really don't feel like doing. Well, Voch, we thought it would be cool if we could a little bit of that. Not gonna be able to do it. Stop it. So with these people that recently followed me on Twitter. Check my followers or whatever. So with those people that recently followed me on Twitter, I just made it known off the rip. Hey man, I don't want to sacrifice none of my YouTube stuff. I don't want, because look, man, it's cool to get paid for what they paying me, but it's even better to get that and just do my YouTube stuff. Just like, let me do both. You shouldn't take away you shouldn't take away income just to add another stream of income. Like, just do both. Do both incomes. You'll win in the end. And, I think with my audition tapes, it was like, and I don't want to pat myself on the back, man. I don't want to be like that, you know what I'm saying? But with my tapes that I was auditioning with, I guess I did good enough to where I gained some leverage. Like, hey, man, I really like this dude. I like his personality. I like his chemistry. I work with about 6 people. And I was kind of good enough to work with all 6 of those people. I actually got a chance to meet Jen Welter. She's the first female coach in the National Football League. She's dope, and she's a doctor and like psychology or some shit like that. Me and her went through a little audition deal. I met her. Now we friends on Twitter or whatever, but Yeah, man. So I'm not gonna be making any moves off YouTube. I'm still gonna be doing all my weekly film sessions, live streams. We're gonna do the best post game show in Dallas Cowboy YouTube. All that's gonna be intact. I still get to talk my shit on Twitter. They actually like when I talk my shit on Twitter. They like when I make fun of fans. They like my slang and my, I don't want to say swag because young people say it, but you know they like my approach and they like what I bring to the table. So and we just did like a rehearsal today and that went well. So they're going to drop the link for that at some point and we're going to roll out an actual show next week. So of course, whenever I can hop out and say everything, you guys will know, you know, when it's time to make that move or whatever. But shouts out to them people. But besides that though, nothing else changes. Nothing else changes. So that's just some news and notes that's going on here. The Dallas Cowboy YouTube Fantasy Football League thing that I put together. You know what I'm saying? That's going. I'm gonna be streaming that Sunday. That's when we draft. I'm gonna be in Natchez though. I'm not gonna be at the compound. I'm gonna be in Natchez. So I'm gonna be streaming from my old ass Mac PC that's in there, and I'll be taking that to Natchez with me to just kind of, you know, make fun of everybody that's gonna be going live. I know me and Skywalker still going live. I know Cardo going live. Space Cowboy 17 is going. I want to call him by his name. I want to call Foots Brad. I want to call Okoye Darius, but y'all know Space Cowboy is going to be going live. I think my Cowboy family going live too. I'm trying to get Law and them to go live. I think Michael Anthony's going to be running Mark's account, so I don't know how that's going to work. But that's going to be a fun thing for the community. Some good little content for y'all. You know what I'm saying? My phone lines are open, so let me put my numbers on the screen. Let me move things around. I got my camera propped up because they wanted the angle to be up. The camera's normally down a little bit, but they wanted their angle up, so I gave them up angle. Oh, shit, the phone's on screen. Okay, cool. If you want to call into the show, numbers 515-606-5187, access code 309-104. If that's what you want to do, because you can have whatever you like. Yeah. So, hilarious Clinton-Dix got cut yesterday. And I feel like in my first hilarious Clinton-Dix video, I feel like I told... Or I don't even want to say that because I don't like being told you so guy, but I did kind of allude to the notion that, hey man, Ha may or may not be here. Like, you know, he's only making $4 million and like half of that guaranteed or something like that, and he's just kind of like a body that you put in place until you figure this thing out. So yeah, Ha-Ha's gone. What I'm most upset about, what I'm most pissed off about, hilarious Clinton-Dix was a good joke. Laugh Out Loud Clinton-Dix was a good joke. Rolling on the floor. Hysterical Clinton-Dix. I can't say that. No, he's not on my team, so I can't say that anymore. Like, I wish that dude was on, because just how I would just, yeah, well, you know, serious talking, serious talk, and you know, Laugh Out Loud Clinton-Dix are hilarious. Just that's what I'm gonna be missing the most, man. But I didn't expect Ha to be here very long. You know what I mean? I thought he would at least finish the season out. And I thought that, you know, if he was like relatively bad, that he'll just be a kicking game dude. But apparently they don't even want him to be a kicking game dude because I guess so. Cool. Let's talk about like what this means, right? Us cutting Ha Clinton-Dix. It means Darian Thompson is starting. That means Xavier Woods' injury ain't that terrible. It means Reggie Robinson's probably going to get snaps there, and I think they save a space at corner because they put Reggie at strong safety or at whatever safety he's going to be playing. I don't know. So that's interesting. That works. Also, like, I just think this means a little something for Donovan Wilson. We'll just be seeing more of him, you know? Like I said, we don't have the luxury of practice or whatnot, but I think the Donovan Wilson thing is a process that's still kind of working out, or it's on task or whatever. I got to sneeze. All right, cool. I think that situation is working out for the best. So if I had to start anybody, I'm starting Donovan Wilson. But it may be a thing that, you know, Darian Thompson has been in the league so long, or he's just been in a system, or he just got the football intelligence. I actually liked him as a as a safety coming out of Boise State. I liked him, and I was going to take him, and I thought he was cool with the Giants. It's just that one year he wasn't that good with the Giants, so they just kind of cut ties with him. But it just is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? The more you know. So the big question is, and I know a lot of people want to kind of go here with it, because I know y'all really want Earl Thomas real bad. Y'all want to sell y'all soul for that safety by any means necessary. I get that. My whole thing with the whole Earl thing is that somebody's going to ask, well, Voch, do you trust Darian Thompson at safety, or do you trust Xavier Woods and Reggie Robinson and Donovan Wilson? Do you trust those guys? And my immediate answer, because I'm real with y'all, is maybe not. I may not trust those guys as talents. I know a lot of people say, well, Voch, you just don't like safeties. You're always hating on safeties. Well, our safeties ain't that good, so of course I'm hating on safeties. And the safeties that y'all want to sell your soul to go get them. You want to sell your soul to go get Earl. You wanted to sell your soul to go get what's his face? Jamal Adams. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted to sell your soul. I wanted to draft safety. I was in the Derwin James conversation. If we could have traded up to go get Grant Delpit, cool. We would have missed out on Diggs, so I'm happy that we didn't miss out on Diggs, because I think corner is more important than safety. But I just think people just kind of overrating safety a little bit. I think D-line is more important. I think cornerback is more important, which is why Cowboys draft offensive linemen, wide receivers, D linemen, and cornerbacks before they draft safety. Safety is one of the last things we draft because, yes, it's the last thing that's of importance, right? That's like, yeah, boy. Look, I made fun of teams, right? When, like when Hargraves came out of Florida. I'm like, he probably gonna be playing nickel corner. You want to go that high to draft nickel corner high in the first round or whatever, and EJ drafted nickel corner high in the first round, and it proved to not be a good situation for him. You know, you don't draft those guys early unless they like super top tier nasty, and if they super top tier nasty, you play those dudes on the outside. That's just how it works. I think the same about safety. I think if you truly got a really good free safety, you draft those guys at some point. Or a truly good strong safety, you draft those guys at some point. But I think the league is showing you how they feel about safeties, because they don't really jump off the ledge and go get them. They drafted the Jets drafted Adams top 6. He was number 6 overall, but I just think that was a bad draft move. You know what I mean? I don't mind Derwin that he went 16 and guys like Malik Hooker went like 18 or something like that. But for the most part, if you look at safeties go second round. Safeties go late, because all y'all favorite ass safeties, Delpit, McKinney, all the other guys, they go late. They go later. They don't go first round. You know what I'm saying? That Tristan Hill year, and to be fair, I still think Tristan's going to be really good. Would I have drafted free safety that year or a safety that year? I probably would have drafted safety that year. I'm thankful to have Tristan, though. But all the safeties y'all wanted that year, they ass hung around. They hung around. I got these lights on for my show production earlier, pardon me. But they around. They still here. You know what I'm saying? You could have got them second, third, or fourth round. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson even went late. So I just think the league as a whole just doesn't value safety altogether. And I just don't think Earl changes your team that much. Like I said, man, somebody hit me on Twitter one day. It was like, yo, Voch, we was last in the league in interceptions. We got to get Earl. If we had Earl last year, then we'll be 30th in interceptions. I think we get more interceptions because pass rush is better, scheme is better. We're going to bait people. We're going to be more aggressive. We're going to disguise our looks. That's where our turnovers are going to come from. We practice stripping the ball and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that we practice. You know what I mean? I don't think that we necessarily get all the turnovers in the world, that we drastically jump up the turnover market because we acquired a safety. You see what I mean? That just is what that is. And one more thing too about Amari Cooper or whatever. Why we acting funny like Coop wasn't hurt all last year and he was fantastic? You know what I'm saying? I can make the argument that Coop had bad games because the scheme wasn't synergistic. We had to find ways to get guys going, right? I think a lot of times, and you know, Coop will tell you this, we talk about this all the time, it's just sometimes we got a little too conservative. Sometimes we got a little too predictable. Sometimes we just run out there and be like, all right, we're going to run stop routes, y'all. We're going to run stop routes, and there wouldn't be much creativity with, the actual mixing up of the route combination. I think Mike is going to put it in Kellen's ear that, hey, man, we can run a lot more with Coop. And Coop was hurt last year, and he was, look, man, that man got, what he got? He got like 1,200 yards, and he was bad on the road. All you got to do is fix Coop on the road, and he'll be fine. Just fix Coop on the road, and he'll be good to go. So, yeah, I'm not buying into Coop's injury. Coop's injury is like Tyron Smith's injury or like Lael Collins' injury. So, we ain't worried about it. I'm going to get into the phones a little bit. And if I got some further points to make, I'll make them. But let me make sure my ears are straight. Da-da-da-da-da. We straight. Let's go. Buenos dias, mi hermano. What's happening? ¿Qué pasa contigo? Lunatic. Lunatic. I can't hear Lunatic. Can y'all hear Lunatic? Hold on. Let's see if we can get Lunatic in here. Hold on. Time out. Let me go to my preferences. Let me go to audio. Let me go to playback. And we gonna go to codec. Lunatic.
Buenos dias, Voch. Can you hear me?
I'm a genius. Escuchen, por favor. I can hear you, my guy. What's happening? Escuchar. I hear you, my guy. What's happening?
Always great to talk to you, Voch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once again, we see there are no sponsors on this defense.
That's fair.
Ha was a McCarthy man. He wasn't cutting it, so they just said, see ya, we'll go with Darian Thompson. My question is, he was active in 15 games, only started 4 games last season, and we're rolling with that. We can't get any better. I'm just hoping they're looking for whatever's cut. You got Reed, you got Thomas. According to what's his name from The Athletic, they're going to meet with Earl Thomas. The Cowboys are going to meet with Earl Thomas either virtually or in person within 24 hours. But if the rumor's true, they're not going to sign him until week 1 because of that guaranteed money. It's not guaranteed for any free agents after week 1. So I'm looking forward to it. But it just goes to show you, McCarthy is doing things right. When the hell did you see no numbers on jerseys, no names on jerseys? We were pissed. We were pissed. We're like, God damn it, what the hell was this? But guess what? McCarthy says, I ain't going to give you anything. I ain't going to give McVay and the Rams. I'm not going to give another team poach our talent. I know we got good talent.
Brother Lunatic.
And again, he goes back to...
Brother Lunatic, let me ask you a question, sir, because you are absolutely a man of nuance and detail. You know what I mean? Let me ask you this. Do you think Darian Thompson would be better in a scheme that's less predictable on defense? How bad do you think? Because to be fair, everybody on this defense, Chris Richard may look terrible. Like Michael Bennett looked bad. Quinn looked bad. D-Law looked bad. Both our linebackers look bad to some extent. All our corners. Chris Richard just had everybody looking bad. Do you think the change of defense, maybe we can bait more, maybe we can disguise more? I'm not saying Darian Thompson is top tier. But with the changes, do you think that Darian would be better or will be solid at safety with the changes on defense?
With all the moves, I am trusting Mike McCarthy and this staff. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. They're making the moves. Hell, remember last year after that stupid Jets loss, they asked Sam Darnold,
yes, sir.
Hey, what'd you think about their defense?
Yes,
it was exactly what they said. They don't hide anything. It was easy for me.
Yes, sir.
And that was after missing, a month with mono?
Sure.
So, yes, the scheme can help, but you're telling me that there isn't somebody else out there that we can look at for Darian Thompson? And I'm sure they're looking at him. We got Aldon Smith from under a rock. We got EG after months. So, yeah, I'm confident if we go with Darian Thompson, he will look good, and that defensive, that front 7 will make him look good. We'll start thinking, hey, where the hell was this guy under the last regime?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%. 100%. Plus, I think we have options to kind of figure this out, right? Because if Earl wants to come to Dallas as bad as bad as people seem to think that he wants to come to Dallas, then cool. We'll just see what we got. And if it's such an emergency that we need safety, then we'll just panic and go get Earl. I don't mind panicking to go get Earl if it's that bad. But I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think our front seven is nasty. I think our cornerbacks are just getting better. I just could just be me.
Exactly. But here's my question, though.
Mm-hmm.
We open up with the Rams and their pair of 1,100-yard receivers.
Sure.
So I'm surprised, but I'm gonna say Diggs is gonna start. They're gonna put him out week 1. They're gonna say you have the confidence, you have the skill, go out. They're not gonna be worried about breaking his confidence, because he is confident, and I think he's going to perform well.
Well, brother Lunatic, just on that point, I feel what you're saying, but we're going to beat the shit out the Rams. That's just how I feel.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
Oh, hell yeah. It's going to be a 33-17 blowout. It's not even going to be close.
That's how I feel, Lunatic. That's just, matter of fact, hold on, time out. Let me hit this button. Boom. I'm going to hit that button. Turn that down a little bit. Lunatic, I say again, we gonna beat the shit out the Rams. Wait, I can't play my war call. Where my war call at? Wait a minute. Lunatic, I can't find my war call. Anyway, go ahead, sir. While I fix my war call.
I'll give you one. Puro pinche Cowboys against the Rams. I'll let your phone lines free, Voch. Great content. Keep it up.
Puro
Go
pinche
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Yeah. Hell yeah. Appreciate it, brother Lunatic. I got a super chat that was so funny. I tried to hold my laughter, but I could not contain it. It was my man Iban Sanchez. Voch, we the Puerto Rican delegation welcome you to the cookout. Welcome to the familia, you heard? Appreciate you. He dropped a dub in the super chat. Biente dinero in the super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. I'm mad because I can't get my war call going. Oh, I get it. Hold on, time out, because my speakers are through my microphone. That's why. Everybody, hang tight. Hold on. 30 seconds. IT Voch. Help desk. Is it plugged in, sir? Voch is a man of many talents, you heard? Voch is a man of many talents, you heard? Many talents, you heard? All right, cool. Back into the phone, though. We're going to run this for the cardio. Dac Attack is here. What's happening, man?
I get a mic check.
Man, we hear you, man. What the hell you want, dog? Talk about can you get a mic? Let me work.
Get my war call in too.
All right, then, cool.
You ain't no regular DB.
All right, cool.
You just normal. Man, Voch, just wanted to hop on here and tell you congratulations on your new gig, my guy.
Salute, man. Salute. We work hard over here, you heard? We work hard.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question, though.
Yes.
I know you're not really a big fan of the Earl Thomas thing. I personally am not either. So my question to you is, outside of Darian Thompson, who is your favorite or your choice here to replace this Ha Clinton-Dix?
I say let's just roll with Donovan. I don't mind rolling with Donovan. You know, like we have some idea that Donovan can make plays at some point. But listen, man, if we've been all in on trusting Mike up to this point, like we just can't say, oh, I trust Mike McCarthy all the way until the decision where he says that Darian Thompson is playing over Ha Clinton-Dix. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna trust these guys, we got to be all in, man. Like if you a head coach, like let your offense coordinate. Don't just get all your hands and everything. Let your DB coach. And if they came together and they said, hey, man, look, this Darian Thompson kid is going to be better for this scheme, better for this situation, better for this setup of guys, better than Ha Clinton-Dix, and let's just run Darian Thompson. I trust him. And to be fair, we have no clue how Darian Thompson, how good he's looking. We don't know because we ain't been seeing practice. He could be looking fantastic. He could have made some leap over the offseason. Offseason in football is incredible. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we don't know how good he could be. So I just wait and see.
All right, then my last question for you is, outside of CD Lamb, and Trevon Diggs. Who is your favorite breakout in camp this year?
My favorite breakout in camp. I don't think the rest of them been breaking out for real. I think when we talk about breakouts, is those first two guys. We've been talking about CD and Trevon. Now, if it's a guy that I kind of want to break out like real fast, like I kind of want Tyler to go ahead and get his spot at center so we can move on with our lives. You know what I mean? Like go ahead and let my guy get his spot. Besides that, I mean, Bradley and I can probably work his way into some packages, but to be fair, we got other pass rushers that can kind of, hide him a little bit. They can kind of cloud him a bit. So, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see, but Reggie's around. Reggie could be the diamond in the rough safety we've been looking for. But I'm ready for Tyler to get his stripes.
For sure. And before I get out of here, I just wanted to shout out to my guy Rublock and shout out to the Lunatic for always bringing them good ass questions. And again, man, flowers to you, bro. You always got that fire, got that wisdom, and I love every minute of it.
Appreciate it, my guy. De nada, salute. You heard?
Absolutely, yo. I'm out.
Speaking of terrible questions, bro. Speaking of terrible questions, y'all know I love to make fun of the Cowboys media and their terrible asking of questions. I think they ask the worst questions. I'm tired of them asking these players about the game of Jeopardy. They ask the same questions about kneeling. They ask the same questions about so what do you think about Alden Smith and what do you think about CeeDee Lamb and his? Somebody asked Tyrone Crawford yesterday. Tyrone Crawford was up there on the podium or whatever. Somebody asked Tyrone Crawford, how does it feel to be healthy? Hold on, dog. I'll smack the shit out you, dog. Don't ask me how I feel for my knee to feel good. Don't ask me about my hip being okay. Don't ask me how does it feel to be healthy? I feel healthy. Don't ask me no questions like that. I never had no pumpkin pie. Hell wrong with them, dog. Let me get back to the phones, man. Let's see. Tyson, is this Tyson West Coast? This ain't Tyson West Coast. Hello? What's happening? What you got? What's good?
What's up with you, man? Man, just representing out here in Southern California, man. Hating the fact that the Cowboys are only 40 minutes from my house, and I'm gonna have to watch the game at my house.
Pandemic, man.
Worst case. Yeah, it is. Pandemic took 3 games from me, man. Took two California games and a Seattle game that I was already planning to go to. So shout out to the Corona, man. They getting all the assists this year. But man, I had to. I love the fact that there's always 2 coins to every side of every 2 coins to every side of every argument. And I love that you're presenting one side. I just wanted to call myself and just kind of give my thoughts on the other side. For the people who believe that it does make sense to get Earl Thomas.
Well, Tyson,
just real quick, man.
Tyson, to be fair, this is the first.
To be fair, I just want to.
This is the first of 12 shows that you've called into, and I think I've done a pretty fair job of talking both sides. But I will let you get off, though, sir. I will let you get off. Go ahead, my guy.
Appreciate you, man. Because I do shows. I do about 3 shows every day on Facebook too. So we've all putting out some good content, man. So appreciate you, man. You one of the few bloggers I actually listen to, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If you're looking for the cheater code, like a Cowboys get a new player, and you only got maybe 20 minutes to go to kind of find out what the hell, the easiest way to do is to go on Voch, type his name in, and if he got a film, watch that film.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Voch is definitely the cheater code. You know what I'm saying?
That's good luck.
So, that's just to put that off the rip. But I just want to state some real facts real quick. First off, I'm a numbers guy, so I'm going to talk about the numbers. I like Darian Thompson. I think I was probably one of the few guys who made a video on him last year on my Facebook, saying that he should get more playing time, especially after the game where he came up through the middle and knocked the old buddy out. I think it was the Green Bay game. It was one of the home games that I was at. But he came up there and laid a nice little wood on the guy, and I was feeling him, which made me research him a little bit more. But one thing I know about Darian Thompson is not an Earl Thomas.
Sure.
Like, there's only certain people in the world that are in Earl Thomas. And what I say is this, you know what I'm saying? Is Earl Thomas, I think too many people get caught up on Earl Thomas. Like, we're not going to pay Earl Thomas $50 million. So it's like, we don't even deserve to think if we're going to get Earl Thomas when he was in Seattle, because he was getting paid, you know, as one of the top safeties in the NFL, and he was one of the top safeties in the NFL when he was in Seattle. So I think that's the first thing that people need to kind of get out their mind. Like, the Earl Thomas from Seattle doesn't exist, but there is a really good Earl Thomas who is better than the guys we have right now. Some real quick things about Earl Thomas. Darian Thompson's he's played a total of 21 games in the NFL. Earl Thomas has 13 playoff games that he's actually played in. You know what I'm saying? Including one in Dallas, including and 2 NFC championship games. So you're having that type of pedigree. I looked up all the playoff experience on the Dallas Cowboys right now. We currently on our defense have 27 total playoff games played between our entire defense, where Earl Thomas has 13 by himself. So you have one guy that currently has more playoff games than almost half your defense. Sure. And we're not even count the offense, because the offense is a lot younger. Jerry Jones said, now, my thing is now, you know, I also believe that you don't have to piss on a man to elevate a man. Like, I don't feel that I have to, like, say that Darian Thompson sucks to make the argument that Earl Thomas is good. Sure. I don't think you have to do that. Like, I just believe that we're all different in our own thing. Like, I don't do film breakdowns like you do. But at the same time, I wouldn't say that my content sucks, because we don't do the same thing, right? So it's like Darian Thompson. Darian Thompson and Earl Thomas, they're two different guys. But we know for a fact Darian Thompson does not do what Earl Thomas does. Now, this is another issue that I have with the Cowboys, too, is this. This is another issue I have with the Cowboys. The Cowboys looked at actual game film, because it's hard. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think anybody should be making assumptions on players if you have not actually seen them play. So if you are looking at Darian Thompson right now, independently, you can only theoretically look at his game film, because we didn't see any videos. We didn't see any pictures. We didn't see any of that. Only thing we saw was the information that the Cowboys required them to put out. Now, I know that the Cowboys are controlling the media, because Dave Hellman, who works for the Dallas Cowboys, specifically said that in the blue and white game that they were specifically told that they could not talk about any player that was drafted after the 3rd round. So all those guys they were trying to hide. So it's like, you know, I know that the Cowboys are going to allow the information that they want to allow. Like why did we not hear any news? We didn't hear a lot of information on Cheeto, but we seen like 3 videos on Anthony Brown. Like, that was one of the things that I said about 2020 that I absolutely hated about not having training camp in Southern California, is that you were kind of forced to trust what the Dallas Cowboys and the information that they were putting out. And we all know with the Everson Griffin, like, let's just be real. On March 12th, Mike Fisher came out and said that the Dallas Cowboys were officially not interested in Everson Griffin. Well, guess what? 2 weeks ago, they signed him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we know that the Cowboys control the media. So I mean, that's just on that sphere. But like, when you look at Earl Thomas, this is my last kind of thing that I wanted to say. Like, the Cowboys, we didn't trust some guy to back up Dak Prescott and to be his backup quarterback. We wouldn't pay $3 million for a guy to back up a guy who has never missed a game since his junior year. If you feel that having someone behind Dak is that important at safety net, in case something happens to Dak, then we need to actually put a safety on the field. Why? Because there are things that are happening on this field that Xavier Woods is not seen, like that Bears game from last year when he missed 7 tackles, including one on the goal line. I love Darian Thompson, and I love Xavier Woods, but Voch, the Cowboys looked at all their game film last year at the end of the season, and you know what they said? They said, we need to go sign Ha Clinton-Dix. And they brought in Ha Clinton-Dix, and Ha Clinton-Dix on an equal talent field was not better than the guys that they already have. So unless we're going to assume that all our safeties took a step up, then there's no way. There's the only way you can look at it is you're back at square one. For the Cowboys, the Cowboy Nation, we have done the exact same thing for the last 25 years, and that is we had Darren Woodson. Darren Woodson was a Bentley of safeties. He doesn't get recognized. He doesn't get recognized as a Bentley of safeties, but he was a Bentley for our franchise. He was the Bentley of safeties. He was the top notch. 28 was he was the standard of what a safety could be in Dallas Cowboys. His last year, what did we do? We drafted Roy Williams with the 6th overall pick. We tried to replace him then. Ever since it didn't work out with Roy Williams, we have been trying to replace a Bentley with Hondas and with cars that you find along the road. Like, I totally get that Darian Thompson would be a great safety if we were not in a team that was trying to go. If we were just a team that was just trying to make our trucks along the stream here, then that's cool. But when you actually have goals in a season where you're already, like, think about this, all the money that you're spending to get a season on if you're not successful this year. Like, teams are already spending money on this season, and you're going to make less money this year. So, like, this year you have to win and be successful, because you got to remember your team as itself isn't going to make as much money because you're not going to have fans in the stands. Earl Thomas makes so much sense. Like, it makes sense from a football standpoint because he is currently better than what you have. Now, I know that there is a contingent of Cowboy fans out there that believe that anytime a player comes available, you should not be interested in him. I don't believe in that. I believe that the only time a man shouldn't be interested in something is if you have a woman already. Because guess what? My mom told me, guess what, son? There's always going to be a prettier girl that walks by. Always going to be some pretty hot girl, because there's always trendy. But one thing about it is when you get something good, you hold on to it, you put a ring on it. My thing is this, Earl Thomas improves not only your safety, your other safety who needs help. Xavier Woods needs help. He needs help. He needs help behind him. Also, I love Donovan Wilson. I talk to Donovan Wilson's mother almost every single day. She's one of my supporters. I talk to her almost every single day. And one thing I love about Donovan Wilson is this. Why, if you want to guarantee Donovan Wilson's success, if you want to guarantee Trevon Diggs' success, if you want to guarantee Chidobe Awuzie's success, and think about this, Chidobe and Jordan Lewis are both going into contract years. You know what you can do? The best thing you could do for those young guys? Put Earl Thomas behind them. Put Earl Thomas behind him, because now Diggs can play way more. I know Diggs will play freely in the mud, but I feel totally more comfortable starting a rookie if Earl Thomas is behind him versus Darian Thompson, because I'll be honest with you, Diggs is more athletic and a better athlete than DT, and I like DT. But Darian Thompson don't have, like, if you put Diggs in front of Earl Thomas, bro, Diggs is going to be an All-Pro next year versus instead of being an All-Pro 4 years from now, because he has the talent. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, you know, your video on him sold me on Diggs. Like, I love the way he moves. I love the confidence that he brings with having his brother. I also know that guys who play high-end receivers a lot, they have short memories. So one thing I love about Diggs is if he ever gets burnt, he's not going to trip, because he knows he's been playing against his brother his entire life. So that happens. But, man, I'm just saying, if you put Earl Thomas behind him, not on, and then you know what I was going to say too, Voch, you can also make Earl Thomas possibly do what you wanted Jason Witten to do. So, like, you sign Earl Thomas, you bring him in on a deal, you could help. All these safeties that you just named, all those guys need someone who they can follow and lead. And then the last thing I'm gonna say about Earl Thomas, because you know we both football players, so we don't care about fighting in the locker room and stuff like that. I know you didn't play on the offensive and defensive line, so I know you didn't beat up some dudes in the locker room before. Like, I know that. Like, every offensive lineman has put hands on somebody, because I know somebody has hit your quarterback in a way that you didn't like, so you probably hit him. You know what I'm saying? Right. But one thing I know about this defensive group is this. Last year, DeMarcus Lawrence said one of the most coined statements ever, and he said, "You got to be crazy to play this position and to play here. You got to be crazy." D-Law looked at all those reporters and said, "Man, I'll slap the shit out of all y'all right now." Sure. Every reporter laughed. D-Law just looked at him and moved his hair.
Sure.
So it's like, man, if Earl Thomas comes to Dallas and he tries to slap somebody in Dallas, one of them dudes is going to dog walk him out to practice. They're going to beat the hell out that dude, and then practice is going to go right back to normal. I love Baltimore, but obviously Baltimore is gangsters we thought they was, because when it was all said and done, instead of wanting to get Earl Thomas in the locker room and punch back, they all came together and told. Let's just be real, man. We know if somebody get in a fight in Dallas, they is not telling Jerry. Jerry Jones said about Tyrone Crawford when Tyrone Crawford got in that fight. Last week, Jerry Jones said about Tyrone Crawford, he said, "Man, Tyrone Crawford's a beast." Did you see what he did in that fight in Florida?
Sure.
So, I mean, that's, unfortunately, I think he'll be fine, man.
So, Tyson, this is my thing, though. I don't disagree that he would be the best safety on this team. I don't disagree that he's one of the better safeties in the league. I don't disagree that he would help my team. You said you love Darian Thompson. I don't necessarily love Darian Thompson. I don't love Xavier Woods. I don't love.
I like him. I love him as the person because he gave me an interview and he looked out for me last year in the family zone. So that's why I said I got love for him and his family. But, you know what I'm saying? He got a beautiful little family.
Good guy. But my thing is that it's not about Earl Thomas as a player. It's not about Earl Thomas as a dollar amount. It's not about none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's locker room chemistry is so important to me. It's so important. And, you know, yeah, players do get into fights. And I've been in plenty locker rooms to where everybody's character wasn't necessarily the same. Like I've been in locker rooms where there was a mixed bag of people. But what we all had in common, where we were all similar, is that we had team in mind. Like we were all.
Can I ask you a question, boss? If I took a poll of the last 3 women you've dated, how many of those 3 women would say something positive about you?
My exes love
probably.
Me.
They damn you one of the good ones. Then I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I will say, bro. Baltimore has 10 million reasons to crap on his name. Let's just be real. Baltimore. Let's just be real. What really happened with Earl Thomas is this. I will say, for the one time in Earl Thomas's life, he got greedy. He should have never went to Baltimore. The reason why he should have never went to Baltimore is because they don't run cover 3. They run a totally different offense. I mean, a totally different defense that I don't think that he was able to pick up on. That's why there were so many blown coverages with him. Earl Thomas wants to sit in the middle of the field like he did in Seattle. And guess what? Earl Thomas had no problems in Seattle. The only problem Earl Thomas had in Seattle is with his contract. And think about this. Earl Thomas' name is so good that even after he flipped them off, Seattle is still rumored to possibly want to bring him back. So that lets me know that Earl Thomas is not a locker room issue. He was a locker room in that issue. And it's kind of like with me and honestly, I used to work for this company back in the day. T-Mobile, like, shoot, it didn't work out with that company, but I left that company, went and worked for Verizon for 15 years. So it's like, I can't look at one, I can't judge this man's, like, he's been in the league almost 10 years. I can't judge, like, I can't judge one, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because
I can't. You know why I can't?
Listen, because this is a very what have you done for me lately type of, type league.
Why is Antonio Brown? Why is Tyrone Smith?
Because that's not true. Though. Tyson, you gotta listen. Tyson, you gotta listen. This is a conversation, not a monologue. You gotta listen. So yeah, like Everson Griffin jump out of an ambulance. You know what I'm saying? Alden Smith was once an alcoholic. Those guys got their own issues, but they weren't bad teammate guys. Everybody that talks about those guys, listen, Tyson, you gotta listen. Tyson, you gotta listen. When their teammates talk about those guys, they still call them good teammate guys. I don't want to take a risk on bad teammate guy. When you watch these,
who's saying that though?
Tyson, please.
Boss, you're not giving any credit that it's only one team that's saying that. What did Richard Sherman say? What did the Seattle Seahawks say about him? You're disrespecting.
I saw him shoot the middle finger at Pete Carroll. I saw this man shoot the middle finger at Pete Carroll.
But the Seattle Seahawks also said that they were interested in bringing him back.
Tyson.
So how could he be a problem in Seattle?
So why didn't they? Why didn't they bring him back?
Because nobody has brought him. Want to know why? Because everybody's waiting for like Voch. If you guys want to know why Earl Thomas hasn't been signed, I'm gonna tell you why. If you're a team that wants Earl Thomas, you don't really sign him right now. What you do is you sign him after week 1. Because if you sign a veteran player after week 1, you don't have to guarantee any of his contract. So the Cowboys can literally just wait to the 14th and sign. We play on the 13th. If I was Jerry, I would sign him the very next day. I would sign him Monday. I would sign him for a 15-game.
Sure.
I would sign him to a 15-game contract. Sure. Why? Because guess what, Voch? If Earl Thomas comes to practice and he farts in my DD room and it smells like cheese, I can release him.
And that's my problem. That's my problem. That's a waste of time.
We release people every day, though.
Listen, Tyson, you got to listen. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of reps.
Now is that a waste of time?
Tyson,
we play how?
Tyson, Okay, Tyson, I just muted you. Tyson. You're not listening. Tyson, in my personal opinion, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of reps. When you can be getting your young safeties that need reps, that need time, that need those plays. If you that nervous about Earl Thomas, then why bring him in? If you that, Voch, we got to put all this in his contract. If he's that bad, I'll let him go. If you feel that way about him, don't even bring him in. If you feel like that, because I don't want Donovan Wilson picking up on bad behaviors. I don't want Reggie Robinson picking up on bad behaviors. When you watch these Cowboys press conferences, when you see Tom Sula talk, Mike McCarthy just said the other day, yo, man, I love the feel of this locker room. I love those guys. They all got each other back. I love the camaraderie. And it seemed like Earl ain't camaraderie guy. Now you was just like, ask Sherman, what does he feel about Earl? Well, that was in the good old days and shit, but Sherman and them was gone when it was just Earl on the team. Earl seems to be like a guy that they wasn't really messing with, like a guy that'll shoot the middle finger at Pete Carroll. I just pulled up this situation on Twitter here. Jeff Zrebick, he said Jimmy Smith was asked about the message it sends when the team moves on from a Pro Bowl player at this point in the offseason. Earl Thomas' name wasn't mentioned, but Smith said Thomas's release was unfortunate, and he talked about team chemistry. If you're not a part of us, we don't need you. That's a risk. That's a risk to me. Tice, I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying anybody's wrong, anybody's right, because if Earl gets here, we get better. But there is a risk, and we can't act like there's not a risk. I'm about to unmute you and let you talk, but I had to mute you, man. My bad. Go ahead, Tice.
Now, all right. So was there a risk with Ha Clinton-Dix? Like, think about this. There is a risk in everything. Like, that's why it's called a cut. Like, what I don't like is that people are afraid. You're more afraid of the risk of him doing wrong. My question is this: Earl Thomas has been in the league how many years? Let's just establish some numbers, sure. Because I don't want to use my opinion, because my opinion, I'm a nobody. Let's just look at some numbers. The numbers say that if Earl Thomas is in a situation where he wants to be, then guess what? He never has an issue. Like, you keep on bringing up the Seattle Seahawks situation, right? He also said after he flipped off that everybody in that locker room knew exactly who he was talking about. And think about this. Did you guys also know that even after he flipped off Seattle still tried to go into contract negotiations with him before he went to Baltimore? So Pete Carroll, this is the thing I know about Pete Carroll. I'm a USC guy. I've known Pete Carroll since forever. Pete, man, that's the culture that they have up there. Seattle, but unfortunately, Seattle has one of those fan bases that you can flip off, and guess what? The same franchise is talking about possibly bringing him back. Now, this is my thing too. If you guys think that if this is a waste of a time, then what was Ha? If Ha does not get picked up by a team, we paid him $2.5 million for 30 days of practice. Sure. If Ha does not get picked up by a team this year, we're going to pay him $2.5 million for 30 days of practice. Guess what? What happened in those reps? This is my thing about reps, right? Mm-hmm. In football, and I hate that people think like this, but bro, I don't give a dang about no young rookie. I give a dang about people who are trying to play. If these guys are good, they will work them ways in there. But I am not about to make room for someone to you only have 53 people on your roster. So you have to have the best people available. Like, I get Reggie Robinson. I love Reggie Robinson. Good guy. But, Voch, we haven't seen 0% of film on him. As much as I love Donovan Wilson, like, this is my thing. I'm not saying Earl Thomas is the future for the Dallas Cowboys. No, I am not saying that. I believe Donovan Wilson is the future of the Dallas Cowboys at safety. The kid had 5 interceptions as a sophomore in high school. He's the future of the Dallas Cowboys. But I believe for this year, and this year only, I have no reason bringing in Earl Thomas. You're going to play the 49ers. I'm sorry. You're going to play the Seattle Seahawks week 3. We have 4 really, really hard games on my schedule who I put as question marks. Earl Thomas is connected to 3 of them. First off, Seattle. He played in Seattle 2 years ago. So, and he played on offense. You're playing against Russell Wilson, a guy who runs the ball, who's giving us problems. Well, we got to go into into Seattle. Think about this. Baltimore had not beat Seattle in 4 years. You know when the first time Baltimore beat Seattle? Last year when they had Earl Thomas. When they went to Seattle, Earl Thomas helped them beat him. Now, we also play Baltimore in the snow, which is, in my opinion, one of the second or first hardest game on our schedule. It's later in the season. He also played for Baltimore. So it's like, And think about this, we play both those divisions. So it's like, not only are you getting it from an offensive standpoint, like, let's just be real. We all know the real reason why Andy Dalton is a Dallas Cowboy. Why? To back up Dak? No. It's because he knows the division that we're playing against. So I'm saying like this, Earl Thomas is most likely going to get that $10 million on that grievance from Baltimore. Take that $10 million, take whatever money that you said you were going to give him, because the Cowboys have offered him something. Because if we Cowboys hadn't offered Earl something, then he would have been on another team. So the reason Earl Thomas is not on a team, and he said this out of his own mouth, Earl Thomas said the reason he is not a team is because he is off the market. There is one team that he is waiting for. Now, I know people will not believe what comes out of actual people's mouths, but that's what Earl Thomas said. He said that on his Twitter. He said the reason he's not on a team is because he's giving one team the opportunity to make a deal, and then he's going to sign his team. So that's the reason why he's not on a. That's the reason why he's not on a team. It has nothing to do with his behavior. It's because Earl Thomas wants to be.
So Tyson, I don't disagree that Earl is a good player and that he's better than what we have on his team. That's not where I'm disagreeing with you, sir.
So you talking about you want to talk about locker room?
We disagree that locker room is. I just feel like
so
locker room is. Can I talk? Let me talk, Tyson. Let me talk, Tyson. I just look at locker room a little different. I just put more into it maybe than you do. And you probably are a locker room guy, but you really like Earl Thomas. I get that. But the captains of the team. I will let you talk, Tyson. I will let you talk, Tyson. I promise you, I'm a great show host. I will let you talk. The captains on the team said, nah. The captains on the team was like, nah. They didn't say Earl and the captains together. They just like the.
You talking about Baltimore?
Yeah.
You talking about Baltimore?
Yeah.
Can we just admit that he wasn't a good setup? Like, can I? This is what I'm gonna say, Voch. You win. You win on Baltimore.
I don't want to win.
In Baltimore.
I don't want to win. We're not debating. We're not debating. I don't want to win.
I know, but
okay.
I know, but that's what this is my thing. For whatever reason, you will not. You like. I don't think. Like, my question is, has anybody ever worked at a job and you just been at a job and like, yeah, this isn't for me? Like, bro, like, we can admit that maybe it just didn't work in Baltimore, but to assume that if he comes to another team that it's not going to work out, if that's the case, Earl Thomas should just retire. Like, but bro, like, my thing is this: show me the history of Earl Thomas having a problem with organizations. Show me the document.
Antonio Brown ain't got history. Antonio Brown.
Let me finish. Hold up. Hey,
you've been talking all day.
I know, but we're not. I know, but hold up. You just brought up Antonio Brown, and we're talking about Earl Thomas has never told the police to get the F off his parking lot, off his step. He's never done that. He's never berated no police officers. That is AB is in a totally different mindset. So I don't like when people bring those names up, because AB has actual charges. AB got suspended for 8 games. Like, he has actual mental things that are going on him. Earl Thomas got into one situation in one locker room. All I'm saying is, like, yo, people aren't willing to take a chance on one locker room? Like, Aldon Smith didn't come from San Francisco. Aldon Smith got released from another team. He got released from 49ers. He went to another team. It was that team that kicked Aldon Smith off the team. Aldon Smith is on his 3rd team. People be talking about Aldon Smith like he's on his 2nd team, like it didn't work out in San Francisco. No, Aldon Smith is on his 3rd team, and it did not work in Oakland. And guess what happened? He had a coach that vouched for him, that said, you know what, despite everything that everybody's saying, like, think about this, bro. We're talking about a guy that was removed from...
One more thing, and I gotta let you go because I got 6 callers. You was saying breakups, you were saying old teams, you were saying all this stuff. Everson Griffin's old teammates don't say bad things about him. Aldon Smith's old team.
We're not talking about Everson Griffin. We're talking about Earl Thomas.
I am though. Aldon Smith's bad.
But then that's redundant. I can't. They're 2 different people, Voch. What are you talking about? You keep using somebody else's. That's 2 different people.
Okay, well,
that makes no sense.
That's cool. That makes a lot of sense to me. When players come from teams, you can ask around. They will say Everson's a good. They will say, Tyson, I gotta mute you again. I just muted you again. Damn. Everson Griffin's old team don't talk bad about him. Aldon Smith's old team does not talk bad about him. You know whose old team talk bad about him? AB's old team talk bad about him. Earl Thomas's old team talks bad about him. Plenty players go to other teams, and they have friends on those teams. They got guys on those teams that they like on those teams. How come in this situation we ignoring what Earl's old teammates saying? We don't ignore what AB's old teammates saying. Who else was on this team? I bet Ha Clinton-Dix old team makes us say good things about him. Who else toxic as hell? Randy Gregory ain't been around, but his team will say good things about him. These guys not gonna make shit up. Now listen, Tyson, if you like Earl Thomas and you just really like Earl Thomas, just say you really like Earl Thomas. I don't hate you for really liking Earl Thomas. I really like Earl Thomas. I'm just not in a situation where I want to risk it. If I'm gonna be bad at free safety, I'd rather be bad at free safety and good everywhere else. I would rather that than to be really good at free safety, but that attitude brings everybody else down. Tyson, I'm going to bring you back on to let you plug your show and plug your Facebook because I really like you and I want you to get your views and all that, but I got a lot of calls and I got to hang up on you. Tyson, plug your stuff.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. You may not agree, but we all Cowboy fans. I love all Cowboy fans, and I hate every single Eagle fan out there, man. They shit eaters, and I can't stand them, man. And if you want to, make sure you guys tune in on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Only person I love is Dallas Cowboys. Everybody else got a star, and they got to earn it like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook at West Coast Cowboy, and you can follow me on Instagram at West Coast Cowboy. Last thing I'm going to say to you, Voch, is, hey, brother, continue to do what you're doing, man, and keep putting out the great content, man, great fiery content. I watch it myself, brother, and you be blessed, man.
Appreciate it, my guy. Salute. Y'all go follow Tyson over on his Facebook. Check out all his pages. Tyson West Coast. Tyson had the nerve to say, yo, Voch, one more thing. Voch, you got to let me talk. Can I finish? Yes, you can finish. Yes, you can. You can't say, Voch, I'm going to let you go there and cut me off. You can't. Shouts out to Tyson, man. Tyson, my guy. And we don't fully disagree. I think Earl Thomas would be great here as a player. It's just other stuff I'm not willing to risk. If you look at any situation, Voch, how many of your exes say good things? Okay, cool. Whatever. I get his point. Or whatever, right? In terms of, when you break up with a team, they're going to say bad things. We got players from other teams and nobody say bad things. Nobody say bad things about Everson and Alder. They say, man, look, Alder was on, he had his little alcohol problem. That's a good dude, man. Everson jumped out the ambulance, but that's a good dude, man. It is what it is, man. I would like Earl. But, I just want my team to be straight. This Big Game James answer my call. What's your area code, Big Game James? I got Mississippi Manny, I got Stedman, and I got Matt. I don't see you online, Big Game James. Everson Griffin just crazy. That's fair. That's fair. He's crazy, but he's a good dude. Big Game James, I don't see your area code, so I'm gonna get Manny in while you give me your area code. Mississippi Manny, what's happening?
What's going on, Voch, man? Everybody good?
Life good, man. We can't complain, my guy.
Man, I got a question for you, Voch.
Yes.
Man, since Earl Thomas seems like he wants to be in Dallas just so bad, like it's just his whole world will end if he don't become a Dallas Cowboy before the end of his career. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's more incentive for him to fit in with everybody and not be the guy that's looked at bad in the locker room and not be the problem in the locker room since he wants to be there so bad? Or you think, you see what I'm saying? Like it's like a lifetime dream of his just to be a Cowboy, and of course he want to play good for the Cowboys. And, he's fucking Earl Thomas. We ain't gonna front. So, do you think there's more incentive for him to not be a toxic locker room guy, for him to be on his P's and Q's because he finally achieved something that he's always wanted?
I would love it, man. I would love it. I would love to, I would love for Earl to get here and, and just everything be cool, and he wants to be, either he wants to be a part of the team or he just kind of stay to himself or whatever. I just don't want to mess that up. I just don't want to mess the actual chemistry up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, as a football player, and I want everybody to please understand this, as a football player, I get it. Earl is better than what we have as a football player. I don't think he's good as he once was, and that's important for me to say, but he's better than what we have. I totally agree. I'm looking at the examples that I have, and it just doesn't look great. If we get him, I hope we can just social distance his ass and let him have his own locker room so it don't get too crazy, and just get him in and get it out. But you know what I'm saying? It just looked risky to me, man. It just looked a little risky. Especially, one more thing. Especially since Super Bowl right around the corner for us. I legitimately feel Super Bowl is right around the corner. This thing could be a coin flip. This could be the signing that this is the signing that either wins it or to mess the whole thing up. My bad, sir. Go ahead. You got it.
No, I was just saying that. Do you think it's less risky because Earl really wants to be there? You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like, Earl's smart enough to know that okay, well, how many years a safety got past 32 years old? 1, maybe 2. Mm-hmm. So he's smart enough to know that, man, if he do get signed to Dallas, this could be my last year playing for anybody.
I feel you. I just question, how unhappy are you to be on a 14-2 team with the damn MVP, with a good defense, with good surrounding guys? I just question that.
Hey,
go ahead.
You know one thing? I was listening to I want to say, well, I forgot who I was listening to, but they made a good point. Mm-hmm. They were saying that teams always leak out the bad information when they want to get rid of you, and so Earl Thomas punching that guy in the face and the team kind of slandering him, I think that was maybe more so of the fact that the Ravens just didn't want Earl. Not because Earl was a toxic locker room guy, but Earl didn't fit in the team and they didn't want to pay Earl. That's why Earl's filing that grievance. So I think it may be more political than actually Earl Thomas being a bad locker room guy. What you think about that, Voch?
Listen, man, I hope that Earl can just come in and just be a leader and just, you know what I'm saying, find his place in line and just kind of not, cause any problems. I would love that, because that just means the Cowboys got better. You know what I'm saying? It's just right. It's just a coin flip for me. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, let me ask you one more question. Talking about Earl Thomas, what the hell about the Davian Clowney?
I think we got a lot of DNs that we can roll out. You know what I'm saying? So, if we can add to it, fine. But I don't see us going at Clowney. I like where we at right now. I think we good to go. If anything, we need to call somebody and see what Randy doing or whatever. But I'm not seeing us go after Clowney.
It just seems like some Jerry Jones shit. Like getting to Davian Clowney and Earl Thomas. It just seems like some Jerry Jones shit to me.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah. I feel you, Mississippi, man. A great call, man. Salute.
All right, big dog. Y'all take it easy out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Something else, too, y'all. Let me just please reiterate 3 points, because I know y'all like to hear shit that I ain't say. One thing, I don't think Earl is a bad player. Let me get that out. 2, I saw another comment that was like, how do we just assume that Earl is going to be a bad locker room guy? I'm not assuming that he's automatically going to be there. I'm saying that he could be. And that risk is what makes me nervous. That's what's, like I said, he could get here, be a good player, not be a locker room guy, shut up for a year and win his Super Bowl and go home. It could be that. But it could be the other way. That's all I'm saying. It was something else y'all said too that pissed me out, that be making me mad. Prime time just be bothering me. Prime time make me mad. Prime time make me mad. Prime my guy, man, and he don't speak Spanish, but he be a little extra. He be a little extra.
Hello.
Why don't you just call into my show, Big Game James? What's the problem?
I tried to, man. I switched to prepay on my T-Mobile. When they try to send it, it's like they won't let me send my damn call.
Got that damn Obama phone, but they can hear you.
No, they got what?
You live right now. They can hear you. Go ahead. Say what you was gonna say.
Damn.
You good, man? It's out there now. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
All right. Well, we good now?
You live on the show. You been live on the show. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So, well, shit. I just want to put this name. Great Voch Lombardi on this show. I see some haters up in there running their mouth, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. But just talking about this Earl Thomas thing, I'm just hearing a lot of things about that, and, you've been going back and forth. So I didn't really get to hear your view on it. I'm just trying to hear, what's the big deal? Like, why is there a problem? Like, do you really feel comfortable going with a Darian Thompson, and you already seen Xavier Woods is already hurt? You really feeling good with Xavier Thompson? Darian Thompson, you really feel good with that?
Well, this is my whole thing, and just my overall point, just to make sure that we're clear, because some people like to get my words and just hear what they thought they heard me say. I think Earl Thomas is a really good player. I think Earl Thomas is better than what we have in Dallas. Earl Thomas may not be the safety that he once was, but I still think he's good enough to be top in the league. He can help this defense. It's just the extra things that could be a problem. That could be a problem for me. I'm big locker room guy. I'm big all in guy. I'm big everybody on the same page guy. And if Earl came in and just kind of did his thing, even if he was just quiet in the side of the locker room guy and just did his own thing and just played safety and went home, I would feel better about that. My problem is that he could possibly, not saying that he is, but he could possibly not be that guy, and that makes me nervous. So now, to answer your question or whatnot, you were saying, do I trust Darian? Do I trust the guys that we have? I mean, I don't think highly of them, but I trust Mike McCarthy. I trust our new coaches. And if they feel good enough to say that Darian Thompson is good enough to start, he can do a lot of things, he's better than Ha Clinton-Dix, then I'm just going to start Darian Thompson. So I don't think adding Earl Thomas necessarily boosts your turnovers necessarily. Like we was 32nd last year. If we had Earl, we'll be 30th. So I don't think we get a big boost there. I think hiding our coverages is more important. I think being more nuanced, I think having a better pass rush is more important, right? So all that being said, yeah, Earl could help. I just don't want the risk of possibly messing up this locker room, because you watch all these damn press conferences and everything that McCarthy, Tom Sula, and all these D-line guys talk about is how good the energy and chemistry of this locker room is. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, from your aspect, I definitely feel what you're saying. Here's my point on the Earl Thomas thing. I know other people want to call in, so I'll let them do their thing. But here's my take on it. I feel what you're saying. Even in Seattle, he had a little riff with I think Bobby Wagner one time. But I think, in my opinion, when I see a man who just got released from the Baltimore Ravens, and he has the possibility of coming over to the Dallas Cowboys, a team he's wanted to be with for a very long time. He's a Texas boy. Yes, he's not the guy he once was, but I feel like if you're on a one-year deal and it's affordable, in my head, I'm thinking, unless this man is absolutely nuts and crazy, would he really come in and try to rock the boat on a one-year deal? And I don't think he's going to try to retire soon, so I think he may try to get at least one more deal out of his football life. So why mess up your football life and go to the Cowboys, a team you always want to go to? Jerry Jones, you have a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you have a Super Bowl ready type team. Do we really think he's going to act up and mess all that up for what? I think the situation in Baltimore was, I never really wanted to come here, but I got paid, I'm going to do what I need to do. But guess what? They got these younger guys, maybe I see something, and basically they both force each other out. Now I'm at a spot where I can make it happen and possibly get another contract and get a Super Bowl. Why would I mess that up? That's what I'm thinking in Earl Thomas' brain. I just don't think he would rock the boat, in my opinion.
My response to that is, I don't think he has control over his behavior to not rock the boat like that. Because in my opinion, like if you're that radical or whatever to where your behavior is controlled and you to a situation where, hey man, the Ravens might actually try to like trade me. You're on a 14-2 playoff team that could win a Super Bowl. Like the Ravens are in Super Bowl mode right now, and we talking about Earl like controlling himself and Earl like behaviors and things like that. Why would you risk being on a team like the Ravens for them to trade you like to the Jaguars or something? I think that's a bigger risk. I don't think Earl's behavior is just well let me just do this and hopefully I can just get to Dallas. I think Earl was in a good place, and it's not necessarily about the Baltimore thing that he just didn't like. I just think he's just probably just a bad personality guy, and then that could be the case. Now, can you win with bad personality guy? You can 100% win with bad personality guy. I don't want to try to win with bad teammate guy. Everson Griffin is nuts, but he's a good teammate. You can be sane and be a bad teammate. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying what Earl is. I'm saying what he could be, and I don't want to risk the bad part of what he could be. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. Well, I look at it like this. It's if it's, Super Bowl type teams. I'll just bring this example up, and I'll be out. The Cincinnati Bengals had Corey Dillon, and he was a head case. I lived out here in Ohio, so I seen all the drama that was going through. Whatever. Everybody said he's a terrible person. Blah 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 blah. He went over to the Patriots. I didn't hear no problems. He got a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So let's get Earl.
Hey man, if we do. Peace. If we do, I'll celebrate and hit everybody with a you can have whatever you like and we'll feel good about it. But I just hope it works out. Appreciate it, man.
All right, take it easy.
That's a Big Game James Silver and Blue Nation. Y'all go check his YouTube out. We're going to be playing 7-on-7, and me and James are going to be doing some 1-on-1 wide receiver versus DB stuff. That's going to be fun. We're going to record and document that and put that out for y'all. That's going to be September 19th. So that content will probably be a little bit after that. Plus, he's a part of my Dallas Cowboy content creator fantasy football league. So I don't know if he's going to be going live there. But y'all can, check him out and see how he drafts. If he draft like an old man, I'm gonna smoke him all year. But if he has a little bit of nuance in his draft situation or whatever, then there you go. And I'm open to everybody disagreeing with me. And that's a good thing about it, man. Y'all can just kind of come to my show and we can just kind of talk about it or whatever. I don't mind disagreeing with y'all. I'm not saying nobody's stupid for disagreeing. I'm not I'm not going at nobody for disagreeing. I kind of yelled at Tyson because Tyson yelled at me. but me and James had a good little discussion or whatever. But it is what it is. The number to call into the show is 515-606-51. It's on the screen. 515-606-5187. Access code 309104 if you want to get on the show. Try to get on in because I'm going to lock these phones in a little bit, then go work out. Trying to keep diabetes and high blood pressure out of my family. You heard? So let's get into the phones, and I'm going to lock them in a little bit. So let's get into it. We got some platinum people. You got some people I ain't heard of before. This is interesting. We got Stedman up next, Matt on deck, and Tyler the Scout is in the hole. Let's run it for the cardio. We got Stedman. What's up, Stedman?
What's up, Big B, with all that heat?
Holding it down for the Doski Woski, my guy. What you got for the show?
Hey, brother, man. I think I'm kind of with you on the Earl Thomas, man. In my job, I'm constantly getting new people, always having to form teams and bonds and unities. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is, whenever I get washed out from another cycle, from another platoon that has to, dive in and blend with these people, it does not happen, instantly. They don't just fall in and everyone's like, oh, you're great. No matter what they've heard, you have that barrier you have to put up because you and your team have to protect yourselves. Because you have to have your foundation first. Mm-hmm. We have a young team with a really, I won't say weak foundation, but we're relying on these coaches and their evaluation, and we're relying on them to make the culture for these players. So you can't tell me that Earl Thomas won't come in with a bat and swing a little bit because that's his personality. Not that it's a bad thing. Not saying the kid can't play, but my biggest thing is Earl Thomas takes over a room. Let's not forget, when he came to Baltimore, he took over that secondary as their leader. And look how that happened. Someone lost a tooth. Him and his brother had to go to a nice little party. Wife went Grand Theft Auto. There's a lot of things that happen in that short period of time where you have to step back and go, you know what? I don't need it now.
Sure.
Because one thing I'll say is, we all know this, D-Law don't play no games.
Sure.
D-Law will put hands on anybody. Because he even told that reporter, I'm a little fucking crazy too.
Yep.
And I don't think D-Law and Earl Thomas will mix, honestly. Just because they're both very alpha, and this is D-Law's defense, and Earl's not going to like that.
That's fair. I kind of what you was looking for is that the Ravens probably had a lot more room for leadership. You know what I'm saying? So they was probably looking for guys to possibly take over there. And I think our guys are in place. I think Crawford, D-Law, Van Der Esch, and Jalen, I think they're going to be the guys that's holding this thing together. Now, I don't want them coming in stepping over toes, man, because it's a lot of guys that get cut because they want leadership from another player. What's his face, the wide receiver in Carolina got cut because they wanted Cam to be the guy. You know what I mean? Situations like that. You know what I'm saying? That always happens. Sometimes you just got to move things around for your young guys to step up. And with Earl being 31, I would rather our young guys be our leaders, our young 25-year-olds, 27, 28-year-olds to be our leaders opposed to 31 Earl. So yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah, and 100%. And like my biggest thing is like, hey, Earl might come in, and yeah, you're right. He that he comes in, he does great things, all that. But you know what? You got to do your risk versus benefits factor.
Sure.
And I don't know if that risk is something I'm willing to go, because to me it's like this. It's not going to be we can just cut him mid-season if he's a problem. The way that Jerry Jones likes to market these players, and the noise that Earl Thomas will have, you're gonna put that hamper, like you're gonna put your team. Honestly, Jason Garrett kind of proved that for us last year. We had the talent, but we couldn't rise above the media being in our business because we didn't have that strong foundation yet.
Sure. Fair enough.
So
Great
I
call,
just 100% think that don't get me wrong. If Earl Thomas works out, we sign him.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Have a good one, brother. I'll see you.
We'll see what happens, man. Hey, listen, man. Appreciate you for your service and everything you do. I love all of my freedoms. I like to come on the internet and talk shit and not get arrested. I love to shoot my guns out in the woods. You know what I'm saying? I love freedoms. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you and what you're doing, man. Salute to you.
Hey, appreciate you too, man. Have a good one.
Yeah. We're going to keep this thing going. We're going to get in these calls and get right back out these calls. Let's see. Hey, man, tell me how y'all feel, man. Y'all can agree. Y'all can disagree. You can say whatever you like. We got Matt up next. Tyler, the scout, on deck. Dennis is in the hole. Matt, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Voch? How you doing, man?
Holding it down for the Doski, Woski, the Peasky, Whiskey, my guy. What you got for the show?
Oh, yeah, I just had a couple questions I wanted some information on, because I be listening to you and the Late Night Hype Crew.
Okay, shouts out to him.
They'd like to get some real information.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I don't want to sound repetitive like all the other calls, but I do agree that to sign Earl Thomas would make us or solidify our defense.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not biased saying that he's the only player. I would be cool with the Reed dude that played for Carolina.
Sure.
Because he's solid as well.
Sure.
But all that hype that they talking about Earl Thomas being a problem, like, I understand the thing in Baltimore of him punching a guy and all that stuff that came out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also reported, but what nobody picked up on is Earl wasn't happy over there because they didn't want it as bad as he did. That's the main reason why he started acting out.
Yeah. And
the main leader from the team of Baltimore, Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram, down south boys, they don't sing when nobody tells them to sing.
Yeah.
But they didn't come out and say Earl was a horrible teammate. They loved Earl.
Yeah.
When Earl went back to Seattle, he stayed behind, and his teammates loved Earl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to say Earl need to come in and be like, take over the defense he's leading on. He said when he comes to Dallas, that's where he wants to retire. But his mindset would be to train the younger guys, Woods, Wilson, bring them along, show them the ropes, get them up. So by the time he's ready to hang up his cleats, he don't train these two pups and the dogs, and we could keep on going.
We'll see what happens, man. We will indeed see what happens. Appreciate it, Matt. Salute. Thanks for the call. Great call.
All right, man.
Well, it's just interesting, man. It's interesting to see what happened, man. But yeah, like I said, I don't think Earl comes in and tells D-Law and Tyrone Crawford what to do. I mean, but hey, but yeah, teammates was definitely hating on Earl. All right, we got Tyler the Scout up next, Dennis on deck, and Brandon from Frankly Football in the hole. Let's run it for the card. If y'all want to call into the show, the number's on the screen. It should be in the description, but it's probably not. 515-606-5187, access code 309-104. You heard? Tyler, what's happening?
Mr. Lombardi, it has been a while.
Hey.
I know you're talking right now Earl Thomas stuff, and if I may I take it in a slightly different direction just for my call?
Hell yeah.
Man, this is my preseason call.
Okay.
I'm excited about week 1. It feels like it's been 35 years since
Sure.
we've seen football on a field.
Sure.
And I'm ready to get it cracking. Now, that being said, Cowboys, Rams, Sunday night football in 9 days, man. It's in 9 days. What are you looking at? Like, are you looking at how's Griffin coming off the edge against Whitworth? Like, what are you looking at as kind of, if you want to boil it down, as like your key matchup of the game?
I tell you what, man, Cowboys have had the same thing for like a decade. Like Jason Garrett has brought us the same thing. So this is the most ambiguity we've ever had. And due to like preseason COVID stuff, like we weren't able to see training camp. So we have no idea what's going to be going on. So I'm really going to have my notepad out. I'm going to be writing down everything. I'm trying to see what Griffin looks like. I'm trying to see how Dontari Poe helps everybody else. I'm trying to see what my rookie Diggs looks like. Listen, if my Cowboys content creators respect me to any degree, they should let me do the first CeeDee Lamb film session for the culture. They can do CeeDee Lamb film sessions all they want. Law Nation, Big Game, James Skywalker, all of y'all can do all the CeeDee Lamb film sessions you want. Just drop them like Friday or something. But if y'all respect Voch, if y'all got any respect for Voch, y'all please talk about defense first so I get the first CeeDee Lamb video. Then y'all can do what y'all want. Because that's just how it is, man. That's just how I feel about, just about the player. Tyler, you was there for the whole draft process and all that, just all my emotion that went into the CeeDee Lamb pick, man. That's all I want. I don't ask for much.
I mean, really, if they are even considered acquaintances or friends, I think they should 100% let you have the first CeeDee Lamb. And really what we want is a frame-by-frame analysis of CeeDee Lamb, technicalities in his routes, how he's helping out his teammates, how he's opening up for Gallup, how he's opening up for Coop, and all that. So, I mean, I'm here for it. I mean, I fully support you 100%. You know that. Yes, sir. Now, one small thing. When you are watching a football game,
yes, sir,
you're not watching the ball. And I actually encourage your listeners and I encourage the chat. Don't just watch the ball during a football game. Watch the O-line. Like, pick someone out on the field and watch that guy and see what he does. What do you like to watch? Or maybe it's or what do you prefer to watch on the TV version if you're watching a game live? How do you watch a football game?
I like to look for certain matchups, and I like to, think about the nuances of the game in terms of like down and distance. Like if it's 3rd and 2 on the goal line, and we have this tendency to, jump ball or whatever, then I'm looking at that wide receiver in particular. I'm trying to find the releases. If we're within the 20s or whatever, I want to see what Cooper's routes look like. If it's a certain situation where, okay, Dak's got to get the ball out right now, I'm trying to find their best pass rusher to see how we deal with that person. If it's 3rd and short and we're probably going to run the ball with Zeke, I'm looking at the interior of the offensive line, So it's really dependent on the down and distance, and then based on that, I can go to the part of the field that I really want to focus on. Be like, hey, man, did you see such and such on this boom, boom, boom? You see what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Nope. Awesome stuff, Voch. Keep up the great work. Love the new look of the channel. And I'll check back in with you in a couple months.
Tyler the Scout, you are the man. We have fantasy football in the Voch and Friends Fantasy Football League, so I'll be whooping you there, sir. Salute to you.
Oh, bring it. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. We got fans of the show, man. Tyler the Scout. Tyler's a scout, or he was a actual scout. And I got a lot of nuanced football friends. So we got Dennis up next. Brandon from Frankly Football on deck. Then we got some non-platinum people. We got 843 in the hole. So y'all hang tight. Let's get y'all in here. Dennis, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Voch?
Everything's everything, my guy. What you got for the show?
I don't know if anybody's brought it up yet, and I kind of wanted to ask you what you thought about. Do you think Earl Thomas could have the Charles Haley effect on the back end of our defense? I know he's got that bad attitude type of deal, but so did Charles Haley at one point.
I think this defense will be plenty tough regardless. I think we really got a lot of tough guys in this defense. I do like that tough guys. We got like speed and all that. But just in terms of Earl coming in and just like taking us over the hump, I do think he can do that. Just like I said, man, just assuming he comes in and everybody loves him. Earl definitely upgrades us at free safety, and we could do things that we've never done before. If that's the angle in which I'm being asked, if everything is just perfect, hunky-dory, just everything is just with peace, harmony, ebony and ivory, then cool. Earl definitely helps us at free, and he could definitely take us over the top. It just...
So let me ask, what do you think made Haley come in and kind of be... come in and fit in the way he did instead of being the rowdy guy he was back in the team he was in before?
I think the league didn't have a salary cap then, and the Cowboys just had the best team of all time anyway. And if you just add another guy, and then Charles Haley, one of the better pass rushers in the league, you just bring him in too. Yeah, I think salary cap has a lot to do with Charles Haley being on that team and being great, because everybody damn else was great too. So
okay. And so you don't think anything else would have, I mean, there was nothing else, maybe Jimmy Johnson or something that made him square up and something like that, being that we have a tougher coach now?
I was born in 92.
Not as tough as Jimmy Johnson, but tougher than what Jason Garrett was.
I was born in 92, so I wasn't an analyst back then, but I would assume that coaching had a lot to do with Charles getting, just kind of getting acclimated to the situation and just kind of keeping him on the hinges till they got their rings out the way. But I wasn't around. I wasn't outside then. I was a youth. I was a little tadpole then.
I'm right there with you, man. I was born in 94, so.
There you go.
I appreciate it, Voch. I'll let you get the other callers now.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for all you do.
Salute. You can't be born in 94 name dropping Charles Haley like that. That's for the old folks to do. We wasn't outside for Charles Haley. I be hating when people do that. Yo, Voch, he could be the Charles Haley of this. No. If you want that, then you need to make sure the salary cap doesn't exist anymore, and then we'll go get Khalil Mack or something like that. That's how it should go. Anyway, we got Brandon from Frankly Football up next. 843 on deck, 214 in the hole. Y'all hang tight. Brandon, what's up, sir?
What's going on, Voch? How you doing, my bro?
Everything's everything, my guy. Holding down for the Doski Woski with a big basket of Peasky Whiskey at the door. What you got for the show?
So before I get into my little statement, my soliloquy, monologue, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, sir.
I want to say two things first.
Yes, sir.
First you mentioned your job with a to be determined, to be named later network.
Yeah.
Bro, words can't express how proud of you I am. You getting to the place where everybody want to be at. We right around the same age. I got you by maybe a year. But bro, you are doing it at a rate and a speed where everybody, all of the other Cowboys YouTubers, you are now the front runner and leading the pack, and you've gotten to the next plateau of where everyone wants to be, bro. You just keep doing what you're doing, and nothing's gonna stop you.
You know what, Brandon? Just on that point too, and I didn't mention this earlier, but I should have. Earlier, I was talking about, just going in and talking to the people, negotiating with them, letting them know I didn't want my YouTube to be touched. I didn't want my content to be altered any kind of way, my social media. I don't want my personality to change any kind of way. There was another pitch that I actually brought up, and I'm incredibly proud of myself that I brought up, if I could just pat myself on the back. And y'all can actually ask Law Nation about this. But when I went to go talk to him, I was like, hey, man, y'all check me out, but check out my friends too. You know what I'm saying? And I dead ass looked at him and I said, listen, man, y'all got me in for this audition. Can I send y'all links to YouTube channels of guys that do work similar to me? I dead ass did that, and you can ask Law Nation for confirmation or whatever, because if I want to do anything, I would like to bring my friends along with me. Because if I'm gonna be a pillar of this, if I'm gonna be a pillar of this thing, I would, rather, just kind of take that role. Like, if I'm gonna do it for real. Now, of course, everybody didn't get calls back. Everybody, I think Law actually Law did get a call, because me and him actually we auditioned together or whatever. We had some good chemistry, but whatever happened. But I was at least happy that I put those names on the table, and I was like, yo, check these guys out too. I did feel really proud that that was a thing. So I appreciate you for that. Appreciate you.
No doubt. We'll all get that one day. It's all money to be made.
Yeah, one day.
The second thing, I'm really looking forward to, bringing the pain on y'all in this fantasy football league. I really hope that you're ready to take that L.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you, my guy.
Hey, I know what I'm doing. So
actually, I take that back. No luck to you, sir. No luck to you, sir. No luck to you, sir. It's challenge day. It's challenge day. Your own.
I wish I had the war chant on my phone.
You couldn't protect your own father. I would not have it. All right, go ahead.
So keep game. As far as the whole Earl Thomas thing goes, we talked about this before. I don't understand why a lot of Cowboys fans still think that we need to have all pros and Pro Bowlers in every position. That's a mindset that came from an abusive relationship in the Garrett era.
Sure.
We had to win in spite of that coaching staff in a lot of situations. And so we felt that we needed to have a cornucopia of talent. That's the TI word of the day. A cornucopia of talent at every position.
Yeah.
And that's just a a trauma that we have to get past if you want to take it to the mental health area. That's a trauma that we got to get past when it comes to that previously abusive relationship with the Garrett coaching staff.
Yes.
So, Sharp, you said it best, and I think the song was "Niggas Want to Start Something."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Plug the fan in, let the sweat dry off,
then grab the cannon." Quote it again. Say it again because I cut you off. Say it again.
The whole bar was sitting at the table planning, plug the fan in, let the sweat dry off, then grab the cannon. You gotta plug the fan in first. You gotta plug the fan in first. So we have to be able to see whether or not these young guys are able to perform with the help of this front seven. Because the front seven is going to do them a lot of favors. Quarterbacks are going to be rushed. They're going to be throwing off of their back foot a lot. They're going to have, gangsters in their face. So they have assistants there. They don't have, quarterbacks who have a lot of time, hypothetically, and then just picking them apart. So
sure,
we have to be able to let them at least for a couple weeks before we push the panic button and try to send them some help. We have to let them go out there and show whether they can or can't play.
What I always go back to is Sam Darnold just talking about the defense. Like, yeah, man, like they didn't disguise nothing. They just whatever everything that they showed.
And what he do the next week.
Yeah.
And what he do the next week.
Yeah, same thing.
I'm seeing go.
Same thing. Yep, 100%.
And that's the only point that I'm here to make today.
Mm-hmm.
Give it some time.
Fair enough. Let me get you on with your cohort real quick. We gotta set it off. Chris from Frankly Football. Chris, what's your thoughts while I got Brandon on the line with you? Since
man. What's up, big dog? How you doing, man? Hey, man, everything love. Yo, man, I was sitting here. You shot me a text, man, and I heard the broadcast, man. But hey, man, I kind of want to echo what you said about Voch and what he's doing, man. And I always go back to, man, I'm telling you, man. I always go back to when he did his podcast that day, man, and he had let go the day job. Yeah. And man, it was like he was like, man, I've been doing this thing part time, man, but I'm really gonna put my effort in doing this, man, and I'm gonna just let this thing take me where it's gotta take me, man. And Super Cardinal fan came and talked, man, and I was out running my route that day, and I was running my route for a company, man, and I got so freaking inspired by this young cat, man. On this saying, man, I'm going to run it for the cardio. I'm going to do what I do to the best of my ability, man. I'm going to say, I don't care what nobody else think. I don't care how nobody else feel. I only live once. I only get one shot at this thing called life. Ain't no press, ain't no rewind. And I'm going to go kick it till I can kick it because my only other option is get evicted. Man, I'm so damn proud of you, man. I don't know what to do with myself, man.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm so proud of you, man. I appreciate you, man. Man, I appreciate everything you do. But man, just like the man like Big Brandon said, man. The problem is what most Cowboy fans don't realize is, man, how bad, or as we say on Frankly Football, coaching matters. Mm-hmm. And they don't realize how. I mean, coaching matters, and they don't realize how bad Chris Richard was and Rob Marinelli was.
Sure.
They don't realize that.
Sure.
And so now, you get players who can play for you. Ain't dealing with George Selvey, Jeremy Mincy. You're not dealing with, washed up guys, man, at the end of their career, man, hey, just needing a shot and needing a check. Right. You got full-fledged dogs. You got guys like, you got a nice, strong, young rotation. Mm-hmm. You got guys with potential. And so now you've never seen that married up, with a secondary to work with it. I mean, we're honest, man. What other guy did DeMarcus Ware really have on the other side of him to really cause havoc like he had when he went to Denver? I'll wait for it. Sure. We got other people on the line, but they already know that. So they already know that. So because you don't have that, you've never seen that in Dallas. Yeah. I think turning around now, you're saying, hey, let's just go get this guy who. Hey, man, the folks told him to leave, man. Yeah. Let me ask, hey, man, ask somebody on the line, man, if you lost $20, man, or you lent somebody $100, and you supposed to go get that $100. You say, man, I don't even care about that $100. Keep that $100.
Yeah.
That's what the Ravens. That's what guys who ain't putting a dime into that pot told the leadership at the Ravens. That's how much we can't stand this guy. And we run it, and man, we killing ourselves to go get him.
Sure.
Flat out killing ourselves. And so, if we haven't learned from the results of Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz by bringing a guy with a name back, right? If you don't, I said it. Hey, man. Hey, if you ain't learned from that experience, I know.
Hold on.
Chat box probably.
Hold on.
Hey, man. Hey, put it. Can I get that? Can I get that war cry on that? Can I just get the war cry on that?
That's fair.
Come on, man.
That's fair.
Yeah. If you ain't learned from that experience, then why would you think that you got a young guy, you got Woods back there, you got Wilson back there, you got a special, a guy who's taking snaps in the league, just not had a bona fide chance, but you're going to bring Earl in, so what you basically going to say, I'm putting Donovan Wilson on the shelf right now. You're putting him on the shelf. Yeah. I don't care if it's an incentive-based contract. I don't care what it is. Earl gonna get the nod because he's the veteran. Guess what? If you gonna sink or swim with these young cats, go ahead and sink or swim with them. You got a whole secondary. You got a whole secondary back there on prove-it deals. Chidobe's on a contract year. Jordan Lewis on a contract year. Xavier Woods is in a contract year, right? Everybody's in a contract, and then you got an unproven rookie. Guess what? You got the young Diggs over there doing this thing. If you gonna figure out what you got back there, figure out about it now. Because if you bring Earl Thomas, you just say, hey, Don Wilson, we ain't gonna worry about you this year. We'll worry about you next year, and that's a whole nother year of progress and reps and everything he could be getting now. For the sake of now.
I'll tell you what, man.
I'm not into it.
Yeah, man, they're going to have a meeting in the next 48 hours, I heard. They're going to be talking to him over the weekend, so we'll be having that conversation. Before I get y'all up off the phone and move on, I'm going to have like a Cowboy content creator on my channel every week just to kind of go live during the season. I would like to have you, both of you gentlemen, to come bless my platform if that's cool with y'all.
Hey, man. I'd be honored, man. I'd be honored, man. Hey, man. Hey, Brady, go plug the channel, man. Do your thing, man. Let me go ahead and make the rest of this bread, man. All right. I'll talk to you guys later, man.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, boss.
Go ahead.
All right, people. So what y'all just heard, Voch Lombardi, of course, blessing us with the time on his airways. That was set it off, Chris. I am Brandon. We make up together Frankly Football. Please follow us on YouTube, on Facebook at Frankly Football, and on Twitter at FranklyFootball1.
All right, appreciate you. Make out a check for $800. Jigga man, holla. What y'all know about that though? Who can name drop that? Who can name drop what song that was? All right, here we go. We gonna go 843 up next. 214. Okay, we got a platinum call. So let's go 843 up next. Then we're gonna bring Robbie in. Then we got 214 in the hole. So let's go 843 because they've been waiting all day. 843. Who this?
Hey, what's up, Voch?
What's up?
843 is the base. Hey, I follow your channel for a few years now, man. Okay. I just want to start off by saying that I appreciate the content that you put out as a real Cowboy fan.
Okay.
You, West Coast, the Poirier, Law Nation. Man, I listen to you guys more than I listen. I don't want to hear what ESPN talking about because they don't follow the Cowboys like you guys follow the Cowboys with the passion that you guys have for the team.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. As far as Earl, I'm just gonna be honest, man. Let me start off by saying this: whether we get Earl or not, we still want all the smoke this year.
There you go.
I've been a Cowboy fan my entire life. My family was Cowboy fans. We go to Cowboy games every year. We pick a weekend and we go. So we amped up for an entire weekend. Whatever game we pick, that's the game we go to. That's we've been doing that for going on since 2011. So I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. And I'm saying this, out of all the years I've been a Cowboy fan, this is the first year in a long time, man, where I've been excited and optimistic about the possibilities of what this team can accomplish. So Earl or not, we still come with all the smoke this year, man. And that's how I feel about it. Now, Cowboy fans frustrate me sometimes because we get too caught up, in referencing the last caller, we get too caught up on names. I don't know why a lot of Cowboy fans are afraid of finding the diamond in the rough. You know, first thing we'll say, we find, who is this guy? Man, we can't go into a season with this guy starting. That's not necessarily the case. If the coaching staff is out there watching these players every day, they know what they can do. I trust this coaching staff to put the best talent on the field. And we haven't had that in a long time. So I'm excited. Whether we get Earl or not, I think we're going to be a problem. Also on Earl, for me, I think a lot about when you look at a person, you learn a lot about a person when you see how they treat a person that they don't need. Now, going back to how he was in Seattle, once he realized that, you know, it wasn't going to work out in Seattle, you see him doing things like, I'm flipping the bird to the sideline. I'm following Jason Garrett into the locker room. A lot of Cowboy fans felt like, oh man, he want to be a Cowboy. He followed Jason Garrett into the locker room. But I look at that a little different. Like, to me, that's disrespectful. Yeah. Like, how are you going to act if you come to Dallas and things are not going the way that you expected to? You're going to flip the bird to our coaches?
Sure. You're
going to follow, you know, the Eagles head coach into the locker room telling them to come get me? You know, he's a wonderful player, but it's things that you cannot overlook that they have to do their research on before we just go all haywire over Earl Thomas. If we get him, fine. If we don't, fine. We're going to ball out anyway. And you got to look at the last two organizations. Baltimore is a player-friendly atmosphere. Seattle is a player-friendly atmosphere. And for it to end the way it did, you have to take that into consideration.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just have to be mindful of that. Like, I understand they're going to be meeting within the next, 48 hours or whatever, but my mindset is if they roll out with Darian Thompson and Earl Woods, I have faith in this coaching staff that we're going to still go out and do our things. A different set of coaches, different scheme. You know, a lot of things is changing. We just gotta ride till the wheels fall off and just expect. We expect the best this year.
Yeah.
And that's my plea. Like, it is what it is, but I'm not going to sit up and throw temper tantrums about, man, we are not an Earl Thomas away from going to the Super Bowl. We got the talent on the team right now to go to the Super Bowl. We've been had the talent on the team.
Sure.
Now we got the coaches that we need. We got what we need to go to the Super Bowl.
Hey man, what's your name so I can make you platinum?
My name is Basa.
Basis?
B-A-S-A.
B-A-S-A. Basa. B-A-S-A. Basa.
Yep.
All right, listen, man, that was a fantastic call. So next time you call in, you'll go to the top of the list with the other platinum folk. This was a really good one. You made some great points. Great points. Appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you, Voch. Appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yes, sir. That man said, what if he run up in the Eagles locker room or something? I ain't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I know we all look at it from the Cowboys perspective, like, hell yeah, he ran up in our locker room because that's our team. But what if he gets tired of what we're doing here? What if we lose 3 games in a row? Then what happens to his personality? Like, then what? We're just assuming everything's going to be happy the whole way. And somebody's probably going to be like, well, Voch, if we win, this don't happen. Well, shit. The Ravens went 14-2, and they got the MVP on their team. So I don't know. Something else I did notice in the chat box, though, it seems like everybody that's not on the Earl Thomas train is at least willing to hear the conversation of the pro-Earl people, but the pro-Earl people want to hear nothing from the anti-Earl people, and that's an interesting contrast. This is what we're going to do.
The conference has been locked.
We're going to lock this phone up. I got some platinum callers, but 214 been waiting for a long time. So I'm going to get 214 in. We're going to get these two. We got 5 callers all together, everybody. So we're going to get 214 in because they've been waiting for a long time. We're going to go platinum with Robbie and TP. Then we're going to end up with the last 2 non-platinum calls, see if we can get them platinum. But first, let's see if we can get this non-platinum person platinum right now. Let's see if they have a good call. Let's go 214 up next. Robbie on deck. TP from NC is in the hole. Chat box, let me know if they should be platinum or not. 214, what's up? Who this?
Voch, brother. My name is Jackson. I am a first-time caller.
Hey.
I've been watching you for a long time.
Okay.
I think Malik McDowell was the first video I watched or something. Some film breakdowns from his draft class. So it's been a while, man.
Damn. Appreciate you for being here.
Love what you're doing. Sorry.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, of course. So I heard you allude a little bit to Earl Thomas having a meeting this weekend.
Yeah.
And that gives me 2 ideas. So that's either telling us that Jerry Jones is just name chasing and doing what Jerry Jones does, or the Cowboys are genuinely interested in a veteran safety to bring in for some depth. And like David Hellman and Jane Slater were both vouching for the credibility for the guy who broke the story. So I believe it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But so we got other veteran safeties out there that people aren't thinking about. Like the Raiders just dropped Demarius Randall, who was drafted by Mike McCarthy with the Packers. And I believe he played cornerback originally and then switched to safety. So he definitely has that, like, the versatility that I think we're looking for in our defense. So I think he could be a good guy to watch. Or Rashad Jones, who was like the anchor for that Miami defense for a long time.
Sure.
I don't think he's as versatile, but other than Earl Thomas, is there anybody that you're thinking could help this depth if we do go out for a veteran safety? Just kind of wondering what you're thinking about for that.
Hell nah, because if I'm trying to get a guy, I want it to be like I'm guaranteed to get better type of situation. Like I said, Earl is a really good football player. So if we're going to upgrade, I would rather it be like an Earl Thomas type upgrade. What I don't want to do is just bring in somebody that's kind of cool. I got players that's kind of cool already. I'll just run with the guys I got. I'll just run with my young guys to see if I can develop and, groom them. But if I'm going to go for an upgrade, I'm going to super go for it.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you'd rather give like Donovan Wilson the chance than looking at a guy like Demarius Randall or Eric Reed or whoever else is out there.
Indubitably, I would. It's either Earl, Donovan, or Darian. That's it for me.
I agree with you. I think we don't want to stop the progression of these young guys. We want to give them quality reps. We want to give them good time. So I agree with you on that. And the Earl Thomas situation, we'll have to see. I mean, I'm not gonna hate it, obviously, as a Cowboy fan and as an NFL fan. Like, we know Earl Thomas is good. The problem is the locker room issues, and this is a young team, an excited team, a fiery team, and I don't want anything to come into that locker room that's gonna kind of ruin it for us. Mm-hmm. But I am definitely looking forward to seeing what the Cowboys do with the safety position, no matter what. I'd love for some of these young guys to get some good opportunities.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Great call. This is you say Jackson, right?
Yes, sir.
This was a good call to me. I ain't got to ask the chat box. I'm sure they would all agree. Chat box. Jackson, I just made you platinum, sir. So next time you call in, you'll go with the rest of the platinum folk. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I like, man? How I could be doing a show for like 5 years and somebody call me like, "Yo, Voch, first time caller." I'm like, all right, cool. How long you been watching me? Shit, 5 years. I'm like, damn. I'm like, how long you been watching me? Since Malik McDowell. I say, damn. Yo, Voch, first time caller, man. Been watching you for a long time. Oh, okay, cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I've been watching since since your Zeke video. I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, since the Zeke video. Okay, cool. Which one? When he was at Ohio State. Damn. All right, my guy. Since D-Law was at Boise State. Damn. Y'all been around, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back into the phones, though. We got 2 platinum callers, then we got 2 non-platinums. We're going to see if they can make the cut. Chat box, I'll ask you when the time is appropriate. But we're going to go platinum right now. Robbie is up next. TP from NC on deck. 818 is in the hole. Let's run it. Robbie, what's happening?
What's cracking?
Everything good, my guy. What you got for the show?
Same here. Hey, I just want to say real fast, I caught that last part, and that was me. I mean, that was me. I literally listened for a long time. Let me explain something. I don't have a radio voice. Mm-hmm. You got the radio voice player, so, sometimes you just got to listen to it for a while and then, get some cojones and call on in, if that makes any sense.
Fair
when
enough.
You got an opinion.
Fair enough.
You follow me?
But yo, Rob, check this out though. If this make you feel better, and anybody listening, if this makes you feel better, I actually hate my voice, and I've hated it for a long time. So that's just that. So hey, go ahead.
Yeah, I rewound the last time I called in, and I was like, oh my God, I sound like such a damn idiot on this phone. My voice is horrible. But I want to make sure I first start off by saying kudos, man, on your job.
Appreciate
I called it from the beginning. That is unbelievable. I feel like God's blessing you, man, and I pray He just keeps on raining down those blessings on you for real.
I can't complain, man. Can't complain, man. You know, hard work and all that. I can't say necessarily right now the network, but y'all can go check who's following me on Twitter, and y'all can pretty much figure it out. But I'll be announcing that next week. So yeah.
Let me tell you something. If it ain't them, it'll be somebody else.
Right.
Because, like, you were born to have a microphone in front of your face, and you were born to be able to give your opinions because it resonates with so many people, man. It does.
Man.
You know?
Man.
What I want to make sure I say real fast, because I know you got other guys, is that I coached baseball, man, for about 12 years. And when I coached baseball, boy, I went for all the studs.
Mm-hmm.
I went for everyone I could get. Because, hey, you know, players, I just thought players make plays. That's what it's all about.
Sure.
Then I had to start dealing with these damn parents of some of these studs. And I realized, you know what? When I when I do drafts, when I deal with people, I would much rather turn this pup into a dog myself than have to deal with a dog right off the bat that bites already, that comes in bumping shoulders with everybody because he just struck out. Does that make any sense?
That's fair. That's fair.
That's what worries me about E.T. That Earl Thomas makes me feel like, hey, he don't make a play, he don't get this. How do we know he's not going to be? What's the word I'm looking for? How do you know he's not going to be all about himself? Because it's team first, player second, always.
Sure.
Got to have that order.
Sure.
You know, I like to fish a lot, man, and there's guys I'll take with me fishing, bro, and the lake that I fish on, there's lots of stumps, and I know where I can get to where there's some fish, but man, I got to go through that damn stump field,
right.
And you know, they don't all get it. They don't get it because it's my boat.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there hitting every one of them damn stumps. My prop's fixing to fall off. My lower unit's getting hit.
Right.
And then we might get over there, and those fish may not even be there. So we could get E.T. and guess what? He may be living off old bodies, to quote Voch. He may be living off old bodies. We don't know that. And maybe that's something that the Ravens saw. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say I don't want him or I wouldn't like to have him.
Yes, sir.
Dear Jesus, because it's almost like sacrilegious now. I've realized this all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is that, you know, I really feel comfortable with our coaches and what they're doing. So much so, it's like when with Will McClay, with the guys that they're knowing, they're bringing in this 365. We know the whole gang. We know how the host feel. But look at LVE, man. When we drafted him, I was like, what the hell are we doing? We drafted the damn linebacker there. Right. And probably not you, because I'm sure you were all about it. You know what I'm saying? But I did not know. I was like, hey, if he does good, he does good. I had no idea he was going to be starting linebacker. Wham! Just coming out the gates. Wolf Hunter. Now he's got his own T-shirt line in the whole 9 yards.
Right.
I didn't realize that was going to happen. So there may be some diamonds that they see that it just need more time to start to shine, if that makes any sense.
Fair
You see what I'm saying? Hey, and I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to quote some UGK from back in the day. Was it Pimp C who said, this is what I think the Cowboys are doing. They see some bitches looking fine. They hit the corner one more time to see the booty from behind. I gotta say it. I think that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They trying to see it one more time from behind, and then they're gonna say, "Yeah, let's do it."
Shut up!
Yes. Shut up! I'm sorry. Had to say it, man. It was on the back of my mind, bro. Hey, but listen to me. I'm all about what's best for the Cowboys, Voch. I'm all about what's best for your channel, man. Salute to you guys, and I hope everybody has a great weekend, man, and a great weekend, and looking forward for the season to start.
Appreciate it, brother. Great call, man. Great call, brother. Right, great outro. Great outro.
Hey, you got me.
I got great outro. Listen, man. I was about to play him too. Because I was like, I was about to be like, where you from, Rob? Because I know he from like deep Louisiana or something like that. I was like, man, I got people from deep Louisiana quoting living off old bodies. Like I was about to play him for a little bit. But then you go quote Pocket Full of Stones. Come on. I gotta go back. wait, I gotta go back. I gotta, hold on. You just can't quote Pocket Full of Stones. Wait. I gotta go back. And then he tied it into the Earl Thomas. Like, come on, son. I gotta hear him quote Pocket Full of Stones again. I'm sorry. I'm about to cry. Why can't I find my own live stream? If you on the phones, you're gonna have to hold on. You're gonna have to hold on. It's hot up in here. You're gonna have to hold on. I'm not finna run these ads. I'm not finna run these ads. I just gotta hear him say it again. You're gonna have to hold on. Shut up, Voch. You talking to me.
I'm sorry. Hey, and I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do. I'm gonna quote some UGK from back in the day. Was it Pimp C who said, "This is what I think the Cowboys are doing"?
Uh-huh.
They see some bitches looking fine. They hit the corner one more time. They see the booty from behind.
If y'all really know UGK, Pimp C ran out of breath on that. He ran out of breath on that. See the booty from behind. I mean, y'all UGK fans, y'all know Pimp C ran out of breath on booty from behind. My audience is the best. My audience is the best. Shouts out to, you know what I'm saying, the Eagle people, the Washington Football Wizards people. Shouts out there, but just we do different over here. Huh? We got 3 callers, man. From behind. All right, cool. We got TP from NC up next. 818 on deck. 832 in the hole. Let's run it for the cardio. TP, what's happening, man?
What's up, Voch?
What's good, my guy?
What's up, Voch? Long time no hear from Voch.
Yes, sir. But I'm always here for you, though. I'm always here whenever you're ready to come back.
I know it. I know it, Voch. Hey, look here. I'm down with you, boy. Homeboy just got off there. I got to get to him. Hey, he dropped the mic.
Come on now.
He dropped the mic.
Come on now. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. But go ahead.
Hey, but look at Voch. Look at Voch. This is how I feel about the Earl Thomas thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I know, these guys get on these contracts, and it's hard to get them up on these contracts. We know this.
Yes, sir.
So, what's the next thing to do? Act the fool.
Yes, sir.
So, we all know that Earl's from Texas, diehard Texas, love the Cowboys, family love the Cowboys. And I'm not saying that it's right what he done, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. I believe he just act the fool because, hey, he got the money. Of course, you're going to get the money. You know, you're going to run and get the money. Bought all that ridiculous money. Hey, hell, I go do it too.
Right.
So, he got there, figured like, hey, man, I got to get back home, man. This here ain't making it. Money's fine, but this ain't making it. I got to get back to the house. Things going crazy.
Right.
And how I'm going to get out? Act the fool, Earl. Act the fool. He act the fool.
Yeah.
He let his ass go. Now, he's not like Antonio Brown. He's a different type of fool.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he's back home. And I'm pretty sure that Jerry said, "Look here, okay, we got to put some stipulations in this contract now, Earl."
Mm-hmm.
And I think everything's gonna be fine.
Right.
I think he's gonna be a team player. I listened to Isaiah stand back on Cowboys edition, wherever it is, and he broke it down.
Right.
And he said Earl's Earl's a good team player, but like I said, you get up on these contracts, it's hard to get out. There's only one way you're gonna get away from up on them. You got to act the fool, and I think that's what happened. And I don't think he's gonna have any problems in Dallas. I really don't. Even if he did do a little something, Jared got it in the contracts like he did. What's my boy, the defensive end, Alden Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got it in the contract. They're gonna have it in the contract. Everything's gonna be peace, Joe Skowalski. You know how it is.
We'll see.
You know how it is, Voch.
We will see.
Yeah, you know how it is. But we need him though. And I'm so tired of these guys like Shannon Sharp and them talking about how the Cowboys ain't won this and this and that and this many years. You gotta understand, every year is different.
Mm-hmm.
We had that damn redhead joke for 10 years. I don't mean no harm. I like Jason Garrett. I think he's a good guy, but he's not a coach.
Yeah.
He's not a coach. He's not a coach. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. He's not a coach.
That redhead joker. That's
and
old school. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. And McCartney's not gonna have that bull.
Right.
He's not gonna have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just get sick and tired of them talking about stuff what we used to do. Man, damn that what we used to do.
Fair enough.
This is a new era.
Right.
This is a new era. The Cowboys is up on a new regime. It's a new era. We're going to put everybody's asses on notice. I don't give a damn about New York. I don't give a damn about Philly. I don't give a damn about none of them cats. None of them. It's all about the boys. If you ain't on with the boys, hey, get your ass off. Go see somebody else. Talk to somebody else. We got the best fan base in the league. We know it. We walk it and we talk it. And you damn sure talking. I'm out of here, Bosh.
I appreciate it, TP. Appreciate it. Great call, right?
Hey, look, Bosh.
Yes,
one
sir.
more thing.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. Lift your thing up in the a little bit higher. I can't hardly see your cash out because I'm going to send you a donation right now.
My man, I'm high as you need it to be.
Right now.
Yes, sir. I'm about to do that right now. Appreciate you, sir. Let me.
All right, Bosh.
Yes, sir. Let me do this and go ahead and set it up real nice and make sure I got the right text button. Is that the text button I need? That's the one I need right there. All right, cool. We just going to unlock that. And we just gonna bring it on over there. We just gonna let you. I'll put it up here. I'll put that motherfucker right there. I'll put it right there for y'all to see it. For y'all to see it. Put it on wherever you need it. Wherever you need it. I'll put it there for now. I think that's a good place to put it there. We'll put it right there for now. And I'll put the other two up there too. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and do that. Is it this one? Boom. Yeah. We'll put all y'all up there. And we'll adjust it later if we need to adjust it later. All right. Snug as a bug in a rug. Looking at. All right. So we got 2 callers left. They're not platinum currently. However, they have an opportunity to go platinum. So we're going to get them on the phone. And I'm going to ask my chat box for their input to see if they should be platinum. Let's see if they give us a good call. 818 up next. 832 on deck. Chat box in the hole. All right. 818. What's up? Who this?
In California.
What's that in California? What you got for the show? Hello.
Oh, hello.
Shit. Shit.
My fault, bro.
I'm about to get you.
I'm on my company. I'm on my company's phone.
Yo.
And, I didn't realize it was a number. I was so used to my 508. Well, I was like, wait, when I was looking for, I was like, oh, it's 818.
I was about to hit. Boy, are you sure you want to remove this number from me? Now I was about to hit you, but all right, cool.
Nah, B. It's good. I'm just in the twilight zone. But hey, man, it was first time caller, and I just want to know how to be the platinum call, how to get a platinum call, because I was on the line for at least an hour waiting for
Yeah, man.
It's well worth the wait, man. I watch your show all the time, and I get a lot of knowledge from it.
It's very easy to be platinum, man. You just gotta, we just gotta have a meaningful conversation. If you give me some good conversation, then I'll make you platinum. Now there are some other tiers beyond that, like there's some privileged stuff and there's some other level super stuff. But the first road to platinum is to give me a good call. So let's see.
I got you, bro. I got you. Well, anyways, I want to make it short and sweet. Number one, I think we're gonna sign Earl Thomas. I mean, I think all the baggage, all the baggage people saying about him. I think it's I don't know. I can't really explain it because you look at his career, his play on the field, it don't really add up to the amount of baggage people saying now all this is coming out since he's been released,
okay.
And but they're not talking about his gameplay,
okay,
and everything. And I think with him coming to Dallas, knowing that he's from Dallas and he wants to be here, it's sort of a similar situation with Rodman, when he played with Jordan, when he was a problem with San Antonio and the Pistons, but he sort of cleaned up his act, and out of respect for Jordan and for the organization, and as Pac-Man Jones and other player Aldous Smith, they're all they respect the players and the team that they play for, that that they signed with.
Right.
I think that's the situation where Earl Thomas, and I don't really listen to social media and all that, and it's just I think all publicity is it's just overblown, But I think that's the case with Earl Thomas. My other question is for you now with the 34 defense.
I don't hear a lot of people talk about this. Now, this is our third go-around with the defense, right?
Okay.
And so we had, like, Wade Phillips, the first time we had it. And, you know, we did all right, but it didn't take us where we want to go. We were stacked on D.
Sure.
And same thing with
Rob Ryan. Yeah.
Rob Ryan, exactly.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to know, like, do we have the pieces to fit that scheme? You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
And I don't know if we'd be more complex or more simplex, because I don't know which scheme is more difficult to implement to players. You know, and like I'm always a 4-3 guy, and so like when it comes to 34, it's like if you throw a blitz, you know, you at least want to get to the quarterback within like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, in the 30, because there's a lot of holes in the defense, especially you're playing a lot of zone.
Right.
After 34.
Okay, then.
And that's where like Earl Thomas, I think, fits in the equation, because I don't think we had like a bona fide safety.
Sure.
In the 34.
Okay.
In the past.
Okay.
And I think that'll make up for like if we like blow assignment or anything like that. You know, like for instance, like remember that Christmas game, or like it was like 2 days before Christmas, we played against the Ravens.
Right.
And like McLean ran for like 60-yard touchdown. It was I don't know if you remember that game, but it was just crazy. It was like a Saturday night game, back-to-back 60 or 70-yard touchdowns.
Yeah.
And it was in the 34 defense. It was against Wade Phillips and them boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. First of all, let me say shouts out to TP drop 15 in the Cashapp there. I don't think it's gonna be necessarily a 3-4. I think it's gonna be a hybrid multiple mix. So it's gonna be a lot of mixed looks. We're gonna have D ends with their hands in the dirt, but they're also gonna be in 2-point stances. I think was gonna be the most different, just based on the evidence that I saw. And of course, we're gonna have to wait for the game film to come out for us to really get a good idea of it. I think we're gonna be 2 gapping in the middle, whether it be 1 or 2 D tackles in the middle. They're gonna be 2 gapping, and our ends and outside linebackers are going to be our penetrate players, to where once upon a time everybody was a penetrate player, but now it seems that we're going to 2 gap from B gap right to B gap left, and then we'll just kind of penetrate everywhere else and just be athletes on the back end. So that's the big difference I'm looking for.
Gotcha. So it'd be different from Rob Ryan and Wade Phillips defense?
I mean, it'll have some similar looks, but it won't be a true 4-3. Whenever the film comes out, I'm gonna do an entire video because I know people are gonna be asking. So I'll be breaking down the differences of it. But it mostly has to do with the inside players. It's not a true 3-4 if there is a 1 tech and a 3 tech. It's more so to do about the guards being covered or not covered. You just have less guards covered in 3-4s than there are 4-3s. So I'll explain it all one day. We'll talk about it one day. But listen, I got another call though. Hey man, appreciate you. This was a good call though. Appreciate it, man. Call again. Salute.
One more question, boss. Huh? One more. Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
One more question. Last one.
What's up?
All right. Now with getting Earl Thomas, knowing that Clinton-Dix didn't work out. Now you look at the tight ends that we might potentially be going against. Let's say like deep in the playoffs, Super Bowl, Kittles, Gronk, etc.
Sure.
Now do you think it's right to get like Earl, like for that situation? Like you think the front office Cowboys, they're looking at it like that, but like we gotta run into Kittles, this and that. We don't have the safeties, like a game changer safety to like really get out those guys. Not hang up and I'll listen.
No. All right, cool. Appreciate it. I think our tight end guys are gonna be Jalen Van Der Esch, Diggs, and Daryl Worley. If you remember what we used to do with like what's his face? Byron Jones, right? Byron Jones played corner, but he would be in auxiliary corner. Like we would have other corners to like play and start, but Byron would be our tight end buster guy. So just as an auxiliary safety type of dude. So I see Daryl Worley doing things like that. I see Diggs doing things like that. Van Der Esch and Jalen, if they get caught up in that sauce, I don't necessarily think our free safety is going to be coming down covering tight ends, but we'll see what happens. And the last call of the day, 832. Let's see what's going on here in chat box. Y'all on deck. 832. What's happening? Who this? What up, Houston?
What's up, my brother? How you doing? This your boy Cowboy Crunk.
Hey, Cowboy Crunk. What's cracking like my guy? This ain't your number for real. Is it like is this your main number? Because I know you got 6 numbers and you probably in damn Dubai right now.
Yeah, I'm in Manama, Bahrain. But yeah, this is my Skype number. This is what I always call off of. So you can throw that in there if I make the cut. Hey, we're on the same page. I think everybody's on the same page with this Earl Thomas thing.
Sure.
If you think he doesn't make the team better, with the caliber of safeties, we don't know what the caliber is. We could have 2 of these guys could, these younger guys we have, they could pop off and be better than Earl Thomas ever was. We don't know. I mean, Dak Prescott did that coming out of the 4th round. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So and the coaches, we got to respect what they're saying. That the whole thing with the Earl Thomas, I think he's athletic. He's more of an athletic safety than a tech safety, like technical.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why he didn't fit in with the Ravens. They wanted him to follow a pattern, and he wants to jump on the ball. If he reads the blitz that he has a good shot, he's going to take off.
Sure.
And right now X Woods, Cheeto, and Jordan Lewis kind of got some nagging injuries. We don't know how with these deep tissue things, sometimes they're on and off the field all year, and they're never 100%. So I guarantee, I think we need somebody. I think that was the move to releasing Ha Clinton-Dix.
Sure.
That frees up a little bit of money. It's kind of like a coupon. It's like having a coupon. You know what I'm saying?
$2 off.
Or you got a down payment on your next player because you got that money. Another thing is, I think this would be an intervention for Earl Thomas at this point in time, and that's what he needs. He needs to clear some shit up. You know what I'm saying? He needs an intervention, and I think that's why he will come in calm and mellow, conceited and humble, and I think he'll be okay. But I have concerns like you do as well. But if there's not anybody else out there, and I don't want him to get in the way of the new guys, but with the injuries, that you have in the secondary, I think you could easily, rotate those guys around and to, get them on the field. X Woods may not always be ready all the time. They're going to get special teams and all of that. So my question was more of, I know this is the Earl Thomas talk, but on your next video, man, we need to hit this swing tackle thing and the backup tackle, because I see that maybe even more of a concern right now than possibly the safety. I know the safety is a top priority right now because there's a couple guys on the market. I was looking today. There are no offensive linemen out there.
Sure.
None have been cut yet.
Sure.
So we'll see. My last question was, man, who do you think we go get if we don't get Earl Thomas?
If we don't get Earl, I'm comfortable just rolling with the guys that we got. I would rather just go with the young guys, because in my opinion, if we're going to upgrade at safety, I want a full-blown upgrade at safety. I don't just want to go and get a guy that's cool, because we got guys that's cool. I would just rather run my young guys out there and just kind of let them grow and develop. So for me, in my opinion, it's either Earl or Donovan Wilson or Damian Thompson. Like that's my only option for me. Or like Reggie Robinson if you want to throw him out there.
Yeah, I got you, and I want our young guys out there. But how many times, like before, when you have young guys play good in preseason, like we did last year?
Sure.
Donovan Wilson didn't he have the 3 interceptions in 4 games last year?
Yep.
But everybody said, what did they say? With preseason, that's preseason. That don't count.
Yeah.
Come on, now we're going into this. We don't even get a preseason, and we're putting guys back there and putting weight on their back.
Sure. And
they didn't even get a pre. So we'll see. But I agree with you, man. I'm a little concerned about the locker room thing, but I think it's kind of like he's backed into a corner, and he he needs to act right now, because if he does a 1-year deal anywhere and it don't work, he won't. You know, he's kind of gonna kind of be in that Anthony Brown type thing, Antonio Brown. Excuse me.
Sure.
I was trying to say AB, but he's going to be in that same boat.
Sure.
So I'm concerned about the swing tackle thing. That's where I'm at. The Earl Thomas thing, if it happens, I think it's a great deal. I think we're going to get him at a good price, and that's where I'm ready to roll with it, bro. I'm all in on Earl Thomas, but I want our young guys. I think they'll get the rotations in with injuries here and there and stuff like that, and special teams. So do 1 year. We got Pro Bowl players on every level: offensive line, defensive line, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, linebackers. The only thing we do not have a secondary Pro Bowler, and you don't have to have that.
Sure.
But if you can, I roll with it.
Hey man, I appreciate. Listen, man, I was on the timeline yesterday, man. I was just rolling past. I saw your video, Ha Clinton-Dix. The damn thumbnail is you pumping your fist, screaming because you waiting on that Earl Thomas pick. So, hey man, we'll see what happens though. Cowboy Crunk, I just plugged you in platinum. If y'all want to hear more from him, go check out his YouTube at Cowboy Crunk. Appreciate you, man. We're gonna have another barbecue. You heard?
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, I met you at the
draft
where we bumped into each other. Was the draft in 2017, and you remember, man, they were squealing out that parking lot. That parking lot emptied when we picked Leighton Vander Esch. People didn't even stick around for the rest of the party. They was gone, and where they at now?
Yeah, it is what it
you
is.
know.
Appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Be easy.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Vander Esch cool, but I want a Harold Landry so bad. Boy, I want a Harold Landry so bad. Anyway, I would like to open it up to the chat box now. I ain't got long. I heard some thundering outside, so I would like to go get my damn workout in before we get some weather. So I'm going to check the weather on my phone. And there may be plenty of reasons. Marvin sent 10 to the Cashapp. Appreciate you, Marvin. Oh, that's my man Fat Mouth with Big Pook. Hey! Shouts out Fat Mouth with Big Poop. All right. Salute. Appreciate it, my guy. Big cash out from him. Big salute to them. Big shout out to them. For those of you that are tuned into my channel, phone line's been going all day. I've been talking to all kinds of people. For whatever reason, you may not have been able to call in. You know, for whatever reason, you may have talked up all of your anytime minutes. Anytime. You may be living in a country where you can't, call into big, terrible Texas where legends are born, you may be in some country where it may be 3 o'clock in the morning and you listen to Voch in the headphones. You want to call, but you don't want to wake up your significant other. Voch understands. So now I'm going to open it up to the chat box for your questions. Chat box. What are your questions? We're going to do this for a little bit. Appreciate my Cash App gang, man. Appreciate the Patreon guys, man. Appreciate Bengals trade with Broncos. What happens here? Did y'all know Christian Covington was on the Broncos? And did y'all know that the Broncos ended up sending him to Cincinnati? I'll let you know. When we thought that team was top tier, fantastic, we're like, boy, we got Christian Covington from the Texans. Yeah, so. All right. Let's see what you got. Let's see what y'all got. Chat box, what's happening? Yo, LVE was better than I thought, but man, I'm still worried about his neck. My whole thing with LVE was like dealing with like blocks or whatever. I didn't like LVE dealing with people blocking him. And you saw that when he wasn't blocked, he was really good. And when we were bad at D-line and he got blocked, he was really bad. So that's just that. Word on the street, Earl Thomas and the Cowboys met. We'll see, Auntie. We'll see. Jared keep getting my hopes up for Randy, but they playing with my emotions like this. Well, Josh Gordon just got signed to the to the Seahawks, I guess. He just got activated and signed to the Seahawks, I guess. So I would imagine that Randy wouldn't be too far behind him. Should we get Logan Ryan? Logan Ryan plays for the Giants now. Jason Garrett over there. And Jason Garrett went and got Logan Ryan. Was Tristan bad as a rookie because he was often playing one tech rather than what he was drafted to play? Well, people thought badly of Tristan Hill because he wasn't getting much play time, but he was a 20-year-old behind Michael Bennett and Malik Collins and Kerry Hyder. It's hard to come in and get reps behind guys that, that have like sacks in the league. You know what I mean? And when Tristan could play, they played him at one tech, which it wasn't the perfect position for him. So Tristan will be fine. Tristan will be fine. I am pessimistic about our D tackles. You shouldn't be. What are your thoughts on Coop? What's going on with Coop? Nothing's going on with Coop. Coop foot been hurting since he played at Alabama. He'll be fine. I just look at it as a management thing. When guys get hurt, they tell you who hurt. Because when guys get hurt, we see who's hurt. Voch, would you add AP? Depends on our running back thing. If we're only bringing 2 running backs into the season, then no. I would rather keep some of my defense guys that I feel really good about. If Rico Dowdle is going to be your third running back, then maybe if you want to, do that. I would sign Adrian Peterson just so he can get a ring, but I wouldn't necessarily try to play him very much. Appreciate you, Stu. Have a great Labor Day. Salute to you. I want everybody to be positive and not negative, please. This is not the same coaching staff, and we got talent out the yazoo. Absolutely. Tyron Smith will miss at least 2 games. That's what we got depth for. Voch, I like the way you bring it, bro. We try to work hard around here, man. Michael Gallup's going to blow it up. I agree. And, hey, we got CD. Hold on, Auntie, because they think you playing. Let me read your comment again with a little bit of bop in it. You said, and we got CD. We do. We do have CD. What else y'all got? Be safe this holiday. We loaded. Indubitably. Gordon was signed but hasn't been reinstated yet. There's a difference. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I heard some things about Randy never quit smoking when he got drafted. It shouldn't have kept him out the NFL though. Yeah, people had their props. New haircut? No. I just wear a lot of hats. I had a little job thing today, so I went without the hat today, but you're lucky I ain't got a hat close to me because I'll put that bitch right back on. But if Randy comes back, what 10 do you have on our D line? Keep the same guys. Just, if Joe Jackson's on the team, then you just sorry, Joe. Sorry. Please give Donovan Wilson a chance, indubitably. Randy really should be reinstated. I agree. Don't forget, let the sweat dry. Plug the fan in. So funny on 105.3 The Fan this morning, they asked Jerry Jones if the report that the Cowboys were meeting Earl Thomas in the next 40 hours were correct. Jerry Jones went silent. Jerry Jones silent, never. That's fair. I'm going to ask about 3 more questions. I'm going to go get my workout in. 3 more questions. Did Connor Williams get better? Shit, I don't know. We ain't been watching practice. Baby. We're going to find out, though. This is your moment to ask questions. Indubitably cut Dorrance Armstrong. Ooh. You look very young, Voch. You are very handsome. Your wife. Hold on. Let me read this. You look very young, Voch. You're very handsome. Your wife love you. Let me read. Voch. You look very young. You're very handsome. Is that handsome? Okay, I got you. See, I don't have my glasses and my contacts on. You look very handsome, Voch. Hold on, wait. You look very young, Voch. You are very handsome. Your wife love you. Don't worry. I got you. Thank you, Jessica. I'm trying. Thank you, Jessica. I'm trying to drink a lot of alkaline water, cherries, and lemongrass, and get my detoxes going and all that. I'm stupid. I'm 28 though. I'm 28. I was born in 92. Did y'all know that Skywalker Steel is older than me? I think I'm the youngest YouTuber though. I think I'm the youngest. Skywalker Steel, Foots Okoye, Law, definitely James, Mark Shango. I think I'm the youngest. Yeah, I'm 28. I was born in 92. There you go. There you go. I don't want to cut Dorrance Armstrong. My guy, appreciate you to the fullest, big bro. Nobody brings passion, personality, even comparable to you. My bad. I'm a proud super fan. Keep it up. Yeah, Foot's like 30. Voch is younger than Foot's. I just act like an old man. I just be quoting Otis Redding, and I be hating on young people. Like I see like young people that like cuss around old people, I get mad. Like I see them sagging in public, I'm like, pull your pants up. I just feel like an old guy. You know, I'm very positive. I'm just an old soul. Everybody just call me an old soul. So you know, so that is what that is though. But yeah, I was born in 92, man. March 3rd, 1992. Pisces energy, you heard? Few more questions. We're gonna get you up out of here. Naeem dropped the dub. I got some super chatters. My bad, y'all. I apologize. Wait a minute. I am wrong for how I did y'all. Will I be able to? Did I go away from it? Let me go back. Damn, dog. I know I had some super chats earlier, but I was cussing Tyson out because he wouldn't let me talk. Damn, my bad, y'all. Let me see if I can go find those super chats. My bad, man. Earl Thomas. Stream settings, viewer activity. Hold me down. Yes. Tyrone Church dropped the deuce in the super chat. He says 10 or more. Then I pass on Earl Thomas. He was saying 10. If Earl costs more than $10 million, I'll pass on him. I definitely want to get y'all super chats in. I apologize, man. Forgive me, please. Ivan Sanchez, Iban Sanchez, dropped the dub. We talked about that earlier. We, the Puerto Rican delegation, welcome you to the cookout. Welcome to the fam. Salute to you, my guy. Appreciate it. Gracias. Jet D dropped the deuce. He says, okay already. Let my man Voch talk. He was cussing Tyson out. Tyrone dropped another deuce. He says, you don't want to stunt players' growth. I'll pass. Talking about Earl Thomas stunting safety growth. Appreciate you. Then Tyrone came back and dropped another deuce and says the Cowboys not playing cover 3 defense. That is fair. Can we talk about that? I don't want to talk about that. We're at the end of the show. But that's fair too. Absolutely. L4G Custom Fabrication dropped 5 in the super chat. Appreciate it. The risk for 6. I won 6, then 7, then 8. We'll see. Thank y'all for y'all super chats, man. I hate that I missed him at first, but I was cussing Tyson out. But I did make up for it. I apologize to y'all, but we back at it. Space Cowboy Cardo might be younger than me. Cardo just got out of college, so yeah, he's a bit younger than me. Still wet behind the ears. Skywalker is like Pharrell. He's gonna be young looking until he's 50. So. That's just that. A few more questions. We're gonna get up out of here. What did Ready Red say? All right, Ready Red is in there chilling. Stop blowing his head up, though it's true. I love you, Auntie. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep it together. You're Dac Attack, that's crazy. I'm a year older, but your wisdom is much deeper than my own. We all good. We all good. I ain't nobody. I'm just a YouTuber. You know. When y'all getting that football game on with Big Game James, we're gonna play September 19th, and I'm gonna have my cameras there, some people recording. I'm sure James is gonna have some cameras there as well, so y'all gonna get plenty angles of that. So yeah, that's September 19th, but y'all should be getting that content around the 20th or so. So there you go. That's when that's happening. And don't forget, we're doing the fantasy football situation, the Cowboy YouTubers. So the round table, that's 4 people, Voch Okoye, Foots, Law Nation, the late night hype, Will Steele, James. Okay, so Law's a part of that too. That's 6. Mark Holmes and Shango is going to play. Space Cowboy, my Cowboys family, Joe Rod's going to play. And Jeff Kavanaugh is going to play. That's our Cowboy 12-man or 12-team league or whatever. We're gonna play for the. We're gonna play fantasy football, and hopefully everybody gets a chance to go live and document it at some point. I think that'll be good. Good content for everybody. Good competition amongst everybody. But in terms of James playing one-on-one, James can't cover me, man. James can't cover me. A week away from football, indubitably. Who's the quarterback? I got dibs. I don't know who's playing quarterback. I mean, I'll go up and play, but I'll probably just play for a little bit just to like get some picks or whatever, just to like, you know what I'm saying, snap some photos, and then I'll move it on. But I just want to run routes, man. I got my fit ready, got my ankle braces, got my cleats. We ready, you know. Voch, don't forget about our draft tomorrow. I will not forget about any of my drafts. I will do all of them. One more. I need 2 weeks to get my arm right. That's funny. It's going to be Voch and Jeff for fantasy. Gwen Stefani's 50. Sure, Earl Thomas is risky. Earl Thomas is risky for every team due to his love for the Cowboys. He is slightly less risky for us. Y'all be making that up. All right, y'all. Appreciate it, man. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's a good lengthy one. 2 hours and 37 minutes. Damn, that's a big ass live stream. But we gonna what my man's what Mr. Johnson say on Minister Society. O-Dog say, bring Mr. Johnson a plate. He said a nice size plate, Keisha. We got a nice size live stream, man. So y'all can come in and rewatch this thing 30 times if y'all want to, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. Like I said, I'll be announcing it's a 17-week partnership. We're going to get a season in. Hopefully more later on. So I'll be announcing that next week at some point. I'm going to Natchez this weekend. So I'm good. It's going to be like a relatively sort of a vacation. But, hey, when it's time to go, it's time to go, man. Voch is going to be breaking down film during the season. Voch got the best post-game show in the season. Be sure to support my fellow Cowboy content creators and watch their play-by-play stuff, watch their pre-game shows, watch their other content throughout the week. But when Voch go live in the post-game, come see me because we really going to have fun then, all right? Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Wheesky.